Learning the curse. Learning the curse.
Welcome to the classroom, motherfuckers. This is Learning the Curse with Adam and Chuck.
And we're back!
So what you had said was that, oh yeah, we are back.
Yes.
This is Learning the Curse with Adam and Chuck.
Well, we have a whole lot of conversations off mic. By the way, I'm not Chuck.
I'm not Adam.
That's Jeremy. Jeremy continues
That's not
back once
Brian.
again. Are we doing last names?
Are you? You're not.
That beep was a little late.
I'm not Jeremy.
Not
I'm not Chuck.
You're not Brian.
Oh, my bad.
He could be not anyone who he wants.
No, he can't.
I'm
damn
not
it.
Brian.
This is all sounding like a bunch of fuckery. Like
I love
magical shit. Magic, fuck magic. So we're doing an episode on magic today.
Ooh.
And
Sounds
witchcraft.
I didn't know
and
that.
a cult.
Did I know that? Did you guys tell me?
No, it was this
This is
it on
brand
now.
new.
It was-
Mr. Brian.
It was like the last
Endless
episode.
journalism,
It was like the last episode where I just said, fuck it, we're talking about all my UFOs.
right?
Yeah.
I like the one where we talked about Satan. Let's talk
Yes.
about that bastard again.
Satan could probably come up again. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't
He
know.
provides the
No,
magic.
no. I'm going to have Jeremy fact check us.
That may or may not be true.
Check us.
Holy honey
Fact
buckets.
check you for Satan?
Yes. If there's any, there is no tie to Satan.
Jeremy just poofs into a cloud of
No.
smoke. and
I
then
am
back 5
Satan,
seconds
I
later.
am certain.
No Satan down there.
Wait, weren't you? Didn't we say that we wanted to
Wait, is the
have Satan
when's
on
the
the show?
Satan?
At the,
Yeah,
Well, when we did an episode on Satan, we said it was technically part 1.
right. Because part 2 is going to be when Satan joins us.
Agrees to be on the show.
What's the episode that comes out tomorrow?
The episode that comes out, actually, well, let me clarify to everybody that's at home listening to this now. We're doing this episode on March 24th, so you guys are getting unscripted cryptid
Oh yeah.
at midnight.
Oh, that's right.
Is that the one?
Yes, they're doing.
Yeah,
they're getting.
it is.
They would have already
Yeah,
gotten
yeah.
unscripted cryptid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all already.
But for us, the episode that we recorded before this was UFO Palooza,
UFO Palooza.
and then Satan before that.
It was.
And we've had Brian living here for like the last few weeks.
Yeah, I've been
been
raping
fun.
him constantly.
We haven't let him go home.
So what'd you guys talk about with Satan? Because I haven't heard it.
Well, you gotta listen to the episode.
You come back in like a month.
I have to go. And we'll re-talk about it.
I
in
may
like
be
4
that
weeks.
Satan. No, Satan episode will be out the last week of April. Last week of April.
Oh, I am so excited.
Oh,
I
me too.
wanna-
I can't hide it.
No. What I'm excited about is everybody's reaction to the April 1st episode.
Yes, which is April 1st.
Yeah, it was because April 1st was
Easter.
this year. So
Tell us if you
you're
love that
welcome, guys.
episode.
That was fucking hilarious.
That
and
was
fun
awesome.
to do.
Yep, superhuman fools.
Yeah.
But this is the Witchcraft Magic in a Cold episode. We don't have a crafty
Witchity
name
grubs?
yet. We don't have a crafty name yet for this one.
Witchity grubs.
That should be the name.
That should be the crafty name?
Crafty name.
Yeah.
Crafty rape.
Witchcraft.
No, we'll get just taken off.
Crafty gape.
Crafty gape.
Oh, Gabe.
Well, look, we're 3 minutes into this and we're actually kind of on topic.
Out.
Holy honey buckets.
Who let the gape?
So my new thing is holy honey buckets.
Holy honey bucket.
Yes, it's when people have like buckets with chemicals where they could take a shit in it in a pinch, or if you need like
Yeah,
human
pinch one
manure,
off, yeah.
like human manure buckets.
Wait, what? Why?
Yes,
genius.
because it's funny.
What are they called?
Honey buckets.
honey buckets of
Holy honey buckets.
of rape.
Holy honey buckets of rape, Batman.
So what is the occult in magic in witchcraft?
That is Culture Club.
Yes.
Karma
Karma
Chameleon?
Chameleon.
Red, golden.
Green.
Golden showers. Well, I'm sure there are some rituals
Double
that have that.
penetration.
Golden showers?
Pearl necklace.
They are more golden when you take your vitamins. Highlighter yellow.
I think golden showers are better than brown showers.
Oh no,
very
yeah.
true.
I'm gonna have a brown shower probably by the end of this episode.
So what's a platinum
Me like
shower?
shitting myself.
Platinum shower.
Oh, those are rich people that sprinkle platinum and diamonds and
Yes.
shit in their
No, I think it's a
I
thing.
think a platinum
I'm looking it up
shower.
right now.
Okay, yeah, let's fact check it.
No,
Okay.
a platinum shower is when it's kind of like a bukkake.
It's when you sell
Right,
1
that's
million.
what I was thinking. It's similar. There's. It has to do with bukkake.
It's when you sell 1 million rape.
Yes.
And you get a platinum.
Is it pixelated?
I'm drinking a Budweiser, by the way.
I mean, it depends on whose
That's my
semen it is.
favorite Cards of
Yes.
Humanity card, the pixelated.
That's in my top 5. My absolute favorite is Rush Limbaugh's soft, shitty
Okay,
body.
here it is. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Similar to a golden shower, but involving three women urinating on someone at the same time.
Holy shit.
Fun at all.
It's not fun at all. How do you know? You haven't tried it?
Well, I mean, that sounds fun. I'm saying I would have thought it was worse.
It doesn't beat the cracker.
Yeah, man, don't rape it
biscuit.
till you gape
Or
it.
if you're in England, I think
I think don't gape it till you rape
I was
it.
going to say, don't gape it till you rape it.
Hey, so when we were talking about the cracker in a bukkake,
Remember, guys, stay safe and don't gape it till you rape it.
Yes,
Totally.
Wear a face
every
and wear a
podcast
face
now.
condom if you're the cracker in a bukkake. In England, would they be a biscuit?
Yeah.
That's a cookie.
But what's a crack?
biscuit.
I'm confused. What?
No, a cracker,
cracker.
in England is a cracker.
The one getting all the fucking jizz in a bukkake.
Oh,
a biscuit in England
Urban
is a
Dictionary gives like some
Oh, yeah.
weird definition of it.
Well,
So, hey, what is everybody drinking tonight, by the way? I already told
man, I'm
everybody.
ashamed.
I'm drinking my own piss.
Smart water.
Well, I'm about to open a
That's what
Golden
this
Road
is called.
Point the
yes.
Way IPA made in. Is this Louisiana or LA?
Los
Law. It's
Angeles.
in Law. And it's a tallish boy.
Wait, what's the name of it again?
It is the
Hold on.
Point the Way
There was,
IPA.
there was
More
another. There
platinum
was another platinum shower, and this is what I was thinking of.
What?
When you're having sex with a girl and come on her face and pee on her chest.
Easy, I've
Holy
done it.
fuck.
You did it earlier
That's like
today.
a number one Cleveland steamer.
Let me try this.
Yes.
This is what Adam's drinking. The Point the Way. Point the Way sounds a lot more LA than.
If it's LA, is like East LA. Point the Way.
How are you
Beachy
just gonna
way.
say that?
delicious.
It's also
Hey, wait.
when you play a Grand Prix in Mario Kart and you get first place.
It's not as cool.
Never happened.
It's not as
for
cool
me.
when it's in Mario Kart.
When you get first place in all four races. Wait, what?
And races, that's
All
racist.
four races?
It says all four races.
White, Asian, black, and Hispanic.
As the stars pour out the first place
Oh,
cup
that
on the
makes
winner,
sense.
it's called
A
the platinum
platinum.
shower.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
It does. Better than
But anyways, the occult's just a hidden secret.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the end of the episode right there.
All right, see you guys later.
Well, the theory is around. I mean,
Another breaking point.
I'm at my breaking point.
I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, so the occult, to answer your question, is just like a hidden truth.
And
Yes.
I'm drinking Kirin Ichiban. And it literally tastes like a 40 in a can.
Because
It is
Mine just spoke.
brewed for good times. Isn't that what all alcohol is brewed for?
No. Some
Rape.
of it's brewed for rape. Other times it's brewed
Yeah, right.
for
a gape.
and
Yeah.
for a gape and
To prepare yourself?
For a gape, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Good old fashioned
And for ending it all,
Japanese.
or a good old
So there you go, more gaping.
or a domestic disturbance.
No, it
you
takes-
know,
I think-
whatever you're into.
Yeah.
does it make magic more magic-y?
Wait, what are you drinking?
It might.
It might.
Ichiban.
Oh, those are good.
Ichiban.
Kirin Ichiban.
I used to drink those. when I was in Los Angeles.
Rondai, you like the Ichiban? Rondai, you
All right, real quick, I'm gonna say what I was drinking. It's called Golden Road, which is hilarious
Golden.
because we were just talking about golden showers.
Yeah.
Well, I was drinking a Golden Road Wolf Pup Session IPA.
And it tastes like wolf pup piss.
It tastes like wolf pup piss, and hopefully I don't get sued for saying this.
It's disgusting.
Sued.
But at least they were smart about saying that Los California instead of LA, because then they know that
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Louisiana's gumbo.
Totally, but now I'm drinking Budweiser King of Beers.
I'm
The
drinking
other
that
day,
too.
Me and my wife and my oldest daughter were at Popeye's Chickens place or whatever. And
my chicken to
I looked at them both and I'm like, did you guys know that Popeye's actually started in Canada?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm never eating a Popeye.
Dude, we were just talking about this
It's not.
shit. About the
It's
Canadians.
Louisiana.
Oh,
I was. It clearly says Louisiana everywhere in Popeyes, and I said that, and my wife's like, "Don't fucking lie to me."
I fucking fell for that shit.
just kidding. I like Canada.
Canadian.
But I will continue
They have
to eat at
fantastic round bacon.
Round. I don't even want to think about any more food.
Fuck you, buddy.
I went to my niece's birthday party ate a shit ton of burgers and hot dogs.
Is all you have a bunch of hot dogs and burgers?
Yes, leftovers. I couldn't eat anymore. Again, and I went to a fucking.
What's coming out of your pocket?
Yes. No, I'm excited. And then I went to my uncle-in-law's retirement parties, and then I was at Carlos O'Brien's.
Ooh.
So I feel bloated. I'm like a tick.
Yeah.
I'm about to burst open and there'll be a bunch of little atoms everywhere.
I got a tattoo today.
Yes, you did. I would have rather got a tattoo
Wait, let me see it.
Yep.
because I'm stuffed.
You really got rape tattooed on your fucking arm, dude?
That's rape.
But
You spelled it wrong. R-A-P.
no, it's spelled correctly.
oh.
It's just the Tetris tiles, the way that they look. Like if you're looking at a distance, you can't see it. You have to get close to see the rape.
It's genius.
And that's life.
What does your tattoo mean?
Rape.
Okay, blew that joke.
Oh, you pronounced it wrong.
I pretty much.
It's supposed to be rapier,
What?
but you're
Rape?
getting the
Yeah.
rest of it
It
done
ain't
on,
rapier.
I'm getting it done
on
like
Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's sharp.
I only got the half of the blade that looks like a penis.
Yeah.
So it's like a
I
penis
see
and
it.
it says rape. But later on, I'm going to get it finished. It's going to be the rest of the rapier, and it's going to say rapier. Don't judge me.
Because by the time you finish it, it got rapier.
yeah.
Yes.
Rapier and rapier.
We have reached the next level.
Yes. So,
We're stupid.
honestly, magic and the occult, the way the ancients believed in it, because they didn't know anything about
Magic
psychology.
Johnson?
Was that Magic Johnson? Yes.
That's
Magic
why
Johnson.
he doesn't have AIDS. Is because he
Is he into black magic?
That was my nickname.
His magic.
Black magic or rape?
Magic Johnson.
Oh,
My Johnson is magic.
yeah.
Just kidding, it wasn't.
So, in ancient,
What was that?
Oh lord.
that was rape.
Oh,
Oh my
this
goodness.
joke is going to get old, and it's still going to be.
That's what we have grape for.
Grape.
Yes. And gape.
That's where we go from gape.
We're saving gape. That's the ultimate level.
Yeah, he saw deep into the future. Past gape into rape.
Grape. It's like a combination. It's gaping rape.
Oh.
Oh,
you
I'm
gotta-
sorry if there's anybody who's been raped.
You gotta rape an ape with a grape until he's gaped.
Yes. With something that doesn't rhyme with any of that.
That's true. I don't think a truer thing's been said on this podcast, Brian. I don't think a truer thing's been said.
I always try to speak the truth in everything that I do.
Yeah, I always try to speak the rape into everything I do. Oh, stop hammer time.
Yes, that's come up already a few times.
Oh.
Now, once again, I'm gonna have a hammer in my mind doing like the crab dance,
Yeah.
back and forth.
Oh.
That's black magic.
There was something interesting that I read about MC Hammer.
That he's no longer. That he went gangster again.
oh.
He's reverting. So let's say he was like
No,
a good
there was
rapper,
like,
then he went gangster rapper, then he went preacher, and he's gonna go back to
There
gangster rapper, and
was-
then he's gonna go back to Hammer Don't Hurt
No,
Him.
there was a movie or
Can't
show
touch
that
this.
I just watched. And I was reading up on someone in it, and MC Hammer was the producer of it.
Oh, shit.
It's pretty good.
Was it Mace?
I'd watch it. Just because
MC Hammer
it's MC Hammer produced it. I want to see what he's all about. Hey, so you know why?
Hammer Don't Hurt Him.
Do you guys know why he actually became a preacher?
Because he lost all of his money?
Suge Knight.
Well,
Rape, dude. That's like rape 100.
those are both.
That's instead of the T1000, he's the rape
God, it's
1000.
been built up.
He's the rape.
You heard what he did to Vanilla Ice, right?
He raped him?
To get rights for the fucking Ice
held
Ice
him
Baby
upside down
song.
by his ankle.
Yes,
Yeah.
Over a balcony.
dude. He's the rape 1000.
I see, and I'm not sad that he did that. I'm more
Yeah, I
sad
know.
that he didn't just.
He raped
drop
Queen.
him.
Dude, Vanilla Ice raped Queen. I didn't
so
sample that song. Mine goes dun 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 dun.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
There's an extra dun.
But anyway, MC Hammer.
Anyone?
Anywhere, anyway. So
God.
MC Hammer became a preacher because it was just too legit to quit.
Too legit. Oh man, that's
That's awesome.
all right. So let's
What
get
were we
into this.
talking about?
Let's get into this pig.
And we're back!
And we're back. Welcome back. This is our.
It's been like 20 minutes before we even started recording. It's just us talking for something.
We haven't started recording yet.
I know. 14 minutes into this, so whoever's actually with us
I wanna
still.
go home.
I want my
So
I want to go home.
Mariah Carey.
No, it's Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob.
Close enough.
So yes. So
Oh.
we're gonna try to find a scientific explanation for magic and the occult.
Magic with a C
And
or magic with
witchcraft.
a K?
Midi-chlorians.
What's that?
I don't know if there's a scientific explanation.
They're very
There is. If you can liken it to. There you go. We don't have one.
No. Because check
But
it out.
okay, would you
Where's
consider
Nate
like the
at?
secret, the law of attraction? Do you guys buy into the law of attraction?
No.
It depends.
The secret.
Okay, look, it depends. Okay, you cannot sit in your fucking living room for 40 years going.
You got to get off your ass and do something.
I believe I'm going to be rich in the next year, and it's not going to fucking happen. You actually have to put it into. But I do believe in positive visualization.
And how's that any different
here's
than like
my thing. Here's my
incantations?
Well, I don't think thinking positively about something and then also putting action into what you're doing, you may wind up with a completely different result and still be happy.
That was-
But does that come from a lack of focus?
No, so well.
That there's deviations.
Well, okay, so
It's
think back
because
to
I don't
Brian,
have a
what
Ford
Brian.
Focus.
Oh, yeah.
So what Brian was
The
saying.
Ford
So
Focus.
if you're a person that's sitting there and you're visualizing something, eventually that visualization would cause you to act
Yeah.
on
Totally.
that. So I don't think that you would be able to sit there and visualize something and then not act on it.
And then
Because
still
so for
expect to
me,
receive.
right. So well, even that if they just sit there and their sole act is visualizing something,
Mm-hmm.
they get really good at that. That visualization is going to make them act.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
Well,
in
they're
and of
reshaping the
itself-
self.
In and of itself,
Mm-hmm.
change because so like the thing between magic, the main thing when you think of magic that ends with a K and magic that ends with a C, they're the same
Isn't
thing.
most magic
But
that ends with a K involving sex?
Sometimes.
sometimes there's sex magic.
If Aleister Crowley has anything to do with
They
it,
then
yes.
have sex.
Yes.
So with the magic piece though, is that you're not really changing the outside world.
Yes.
You're changing yourself.
You affect yourself to attract the things that you want. So then it's like law of
I'm
attraction.
sorry, I have to interject here because we just brought up blood sugar sex magic and it made me think, and he said
butt sugar and
it made me think of somebody performing a sex act ritual,
Yes.
but is like overweight and diabetic.
oh man, I gotta check my
got
butt
blood-
sugar.
And
Hold on, I'm dizzy. I gotta check my butt sugar.
I can't.
no matter who
I can't
those
finish the sex magic. My blood sugar is too high.
and no matter who the people are that are engaged in this, Flea shows up anyway. Just because.
and then
Butt ass naked with a sock on the cock.
afterwards, the person
Thumb in a
who's
base.
performing the sex magic says, "I don't ever wanna feel like I did that thing."
Chuck and I can sing this way better than that. I don't know why we're falsettoing it. Check us out, karaoke at Daddy.
That wasn't falsetto.
Hey, so check it out.
That was
I
false.
was squeezing my balls.
I totally agree with what.
Brian
Yes.
was squeezing my balls, right?
You're not supposed to tell people. Don't tell people my life, man. It's
Well,
a
give me back
secret.
my belt. Put your shirt back on and stop squeezing my balls.
That was my belt.
Basically, you're not casting
I
spells.
took off my belt.
So basically, you're not casting spells that change the world around you. You're changing yourself to become that which will attract the things you want.
Okay,
Be the change you want to see.
But if you think of Aleister Crowley and
The Lima and all that stuff.
the cult that he
His religion, I guess you can call it.
which
His
is
2-week-long
Thelema
sex ritual
or
Yes.
Thelema or
that didn't work because the guy came too soon.
So
That's a true story. So far as we know.
What?
Wait,
That's
what?
a true story so far as we know.
What's the
Aleister
story?
Crowley was performing a sex act or a sex magic ritual that lasted for like 2 weeks, and it didn't work because the dude came too soon.
I believe that.
We're gonna do an episode on Aleister
At
Crowley
least that's
eventually.
what he said.
I believe
It
that
didn't
dude would do anything to invoke the Dark Lord Satanus into this reality.
work. Satanus in the
Well,
anus.
for him, it was raw. I mean, he was hooked up with some girl, if I remember correctly, that was channeling supposedly Ra or something.
No, so what happened
It was-
was
it
Or
was-
Horus.
It was
Same-
medium rare.
So it's hold on. It's so what he was doing, I forgot where he was at, but
Wasn't he in
there
Egypt at the time or something like
no,
that?
there was a
He was in Spain, I think.
he was meditating and a being came to him.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the being's name, and that's when they gave him the book of the law.
Did you say
and that's
being
when the
or
book of the
being?
law.
But wasn't he with a girl that was
not a-
channeling Horus or some shit like that?
I believe so.
Something
Yeah,
like that. We'll get into
But-
that. I think
but
that's interesting.
So, but a lot of Aleister Crowley has to do with the Golden Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
and the Golden Dawn is the main thing that I believed
Donald
in.
Trump was the Golden Dawn.
He's the golden shower.
The golden shower.
He's the golden rape.
No, he has this rare creature that's like a symbiotic creature called a Wigamuffin. It just resides on his head.
You talking about Trump?
Yes,
Crowley?
Trump.
Oh,
Wigamuffin.
It's the Wigamuffin.
Do you remember when I used to call
But
Jimmy
anyways,
Jim
also
Jim the
too, real
Muffin
quick,
Killer?
just
he
because
was
it always.
fat?
Wait, what?
I just heard fat.
It just always bothered me. So it's because Ozzy Osbourne's song, it's
Yes.
pronounced incorrectly. So it's Crowley to
Crowley.
rhyme with holy. That's the way you
Yeah.
can remember it.
Ah.
So it's Aleister Crowley. So it always just bothered me for some reason.
Unholy Crowley. Actually, no, I did read that. Yeah, that it was intentional. But his name was Crawley, right?
No.
Aleister Crowley,
Yeah.
His
but
real
you
name
can't-
isn't Alistair.
it's something else.
Yeah.
It's
We're gonna get into that, so we'll get our shit.
But
straight
anyway,
on.
so I mean, his
Herbert Mitchell Evan.
his society. That's
Yes.
the word I'm trying to think of. His occult society is still around today.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it
so
is.
I mean, it's still
With the Book of the
pretty
Law?
good. Book of the
Yeah.
Law.
Okay,
That's the
pause this
Bleak and
episode
Film.
or wait till the end of the episode. Go listen to it. There have been
This
people
is
that have
your
actually
breaking
read
point,
it
everyone.
on YouTube, and it's more entertaining when you hear somebody, the Book of the Law, like reading it like that. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
awesome.
We're singing it like
It's not really that good.
Judas
I have
Priest.
Book of the Law.
Book of the Law.
So I have
Book of the Law.
I have his Book of the Law, book 4.
I want Jeremy to come in.
I have his astro. I have most Aleister Crowley.
Okay,
books.
all of our listeners,
I
let
do
us
have-
know in the comments if you want Jeremy to read it
Oh,
on air.
that'd
Fuck
be
yeah,
amazing.
dude.
That'd be fun.
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
It's weird though, because going
Word.
back to it now, it just seems.
Does it feel silly to you?
It feels silly.
if you
What I don't think
Was it
feels
introductory
silly-
to you, like when you started out getting into
What
all
about a
this?
duck?
So what led me to it? So,
Howard the Duck.
Yes.
So what led me to it was I got
Satan.
involved with it was Satan. No.
Saturnus.
I got involved with Wicca.
Yes.
And so from Wicca, that led me
Satanus?
to the Golden Dawn, and from the Golden Dawn, that led me to.
Satanus.
I forgot how he pronounces his ordo. It's like Ordo.
But not the golden shower like these guys.
No.
Okay.
And so I was so.
Why are you pointing over at us
I was
while
a
we're
big
giving
fan
each
of
other
the-
I was
golden
pointing at
shower?
Yoda on the wall, anyways. Yoda!
I really liked the Golden Dawn. Was my main thing. And then so I have, which was really important here in Arizona because
Your shoes are really cool.
except for the
ADD.
fucking puppy chews the shit out of
This
them.
ADD moment is brought to you by Chuck.
Yeah, they're Zelda shoes. They're Vans came out there.
Is the other one a game?
Yeah.
So Golden Dawn.
What?
Golden.
What?
That's what. Okay.
Golden shower.
Oh yeah, so the reason why Golden Dawn is really important
Yeah.
to Arizona is because the main like person for the Golden Dawn was Israel Regardi, and he passed away in Sedona. His contemporary was Christopher Hyatt, who had an occult bookstore here in
And
Arizona.
what brought him
he
here
the
to
guy that made
Sedona?
those,
Or was he already here in
hotels?
Sedona?
So he opened up a chiropractic. So
nothing paranormal at all.
no.
But there's a lot of
enjoyed
paranormal
Sedona.
shit
He
up there.
enjoyed
though.
Sedona. But I mean, he had a chiropractic.
And UFOs. A lot
I
of
think he was
UFOs up there.
30 when he did his chiropractic work. But when I lived in Flagstaff, they used to have bookstores.
He was a local legend.
And so, no, I don't think he was a local legend, but they had
He's just a
They
chiropractor.
had really old books, like first
Yeah.
editions of his books in bookstores. So I have
Nice.
a bunch of his first editions. And then
You got the collector item version.
Yeah, I have a lot of collector items.
That's awesome.
And then I have Christopher Hyatt's autograph on a book that he passed away.
I have one of
10 years ago.
Aleister Crowley's dildos.
You know what? He's got to have some dildos out there somewhere.
Well, I'm sure
Oh,
he
you
does.
did.
I'm sure. Who the fuck moved in one of his houses among many other people? Jimmy
Steve
Page.
Jobs.
Jimmy Page.
They recorded.
Jimmy Page, drop
They
us a line.
recorded
Let
a
us know if you
Led
have any of his
Zeppelin-
dildos. Did you find any dildos in any of the secret passages in the house that you
And then I
bought?
think
like, I'm
Jimmy
not telling.
Jimmy Page
No,
has
tell
the largest collection of Aleister Crowley
Yes.
stuff, and Marilyn Manson has
Definitely.
a big collection of it. But there was also the reason why Golden Dawn struck me more was because
when I shove this dildo with my ass.
because they had there was a lot of more like scholars that were a part of the Golden Dawn, like William Butler Yeats.
So it's
was a
more
famous
legit, more credible because of the people associated.
Yeah, there was just a lot of more. I mean, it was really big at that time because of
It was.
Freemasonry.
You didn't have your most evil man in the world as a part of it.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
So there's that.
And Aleister Crowley wasn't really that evil.
He wasn't.
of
He
a
played
man.
it up.
Wasn't evil
He was-
at all.
He
played
probably
it
got a
out.
big kick out of that shit.
Yeah, there was just, his life really went nowhere and he died. That's
He was a trust fund guy who really had a huge disregard for societal norms.
Yeah.
He had a trust fund. He had a lot of money. He blew all of that money trying to be the most evil person in the world as like a shock shtick.
Yeah, it's a shtick.
Yeah.
But
Kind of like our
Stick in the mud.
We're not funny at all. Off mic, no.
And by shtick in the mud, I mean anal rape.
We are sticks in the
laugh
mud,
a
but
lot.
not the euphemism
they
stick in the
do
mud.
give a lot.
I laugh to hide my pain.
Yes. We're a bunch of clowns.
All around me are familiar faces.
Nice. Dude, I'm having this on a stick of mine.
But anyway, so essentially all that it's supposed to do is that most of the stuff is designed where you can get a better grasp on you.
That's funny because all I
So
want to
you're
do is
talking
zoom,
about
zoom,
Crowley or
zoom, zoom, and a boob.
Witchcraft.
burn.
All of it.
Yeah.
Or magic.
Magic, I guess.
Well, people took it way out of hand. Salem witch trials.
You mean the most famous ergot poisoning in the world?
But so Wicca, they all do the same thing. You're just taking outside things and
See, but
Trying
what if there was really a scientific explanation?
Don't sneak up on me like that, Brian.
For you didn't feel me like breathing on your neck a second ago?
I thought I was
You
being
smiled.
fucked by.
Well, okay,
dead
the way you could look at it being scientific is psychology. Psychologically,
What is that?
you're it's not, I wouldn't say tricking. Tricking is a bad word for it, but you're conditioning yourself. Like we were saying earlier, kind of like the law of attraction to attract the things that you
Jeremy
want in
was
the
saying-
outside
And I
world.
agree with that. Where earlier when Jeremy said, "Yeah, if someone's sitting around thinking about something, eventually they're going to do something about it."
So, yeah.
It's not
Okay.
Brian.
But they're gonna know how. They're gonna know how to attract these things once they've worked on themselves.
Right, but so it could go way beyond psychological and really to more of a physical thing, like rape, and electricity.
Yes.
Okay, look, our brains are totally electrical,
yeah.
and
I
they
don't-
operate. Shut up.
And that's scientific.
Not
Yeah,
connected.
and they operate at certain frequencies.
Scientific.
This is where there's a reason that, and I hate to rape it, but the Nazis tested on twins a lot.
Yes.
Because they would literally put them in
Spooky action
separate
at a
rooms
distance.
and fucking poke their brains and shit, and then the other person would feel pain.
Yeah.
In a certain.
My uncle's a
You know
twin,
what I
and
mean?
he's had a lot of experiences like
Yeah.
that. They're
Where
fraternal.
the Nazis poked his brain?
Yes, exactly. Well, we are part German, so them coming into our family. There you go.
So there could be an actual physical science that can be tested
Yeah, definitely.
into magic,
Yeah.
where you can literally make someone think a certain thing. You can
Exactly.
put something into your head because you
Inception.
Inception.
Yes, Inception.
oh no, so I was gonna say, so I agree with that.
The wispy. Okay, we have a
Hold on, real quick.
consensus here on the wispy mystical
let's
shit. Is
hold on,
garbage.
So real quick,
Yeah.
well, no. So this is
no.
where I wanted to get into
No.
that. So we have Wicca, we have
Yes.
societies. We'll
Yes.
call
John
them that.
Wicca.
So we have regular magic with a C, and we have magic with a K. And essentially, the basis for all of
And in a way, some of them are kind of like the Satanists, where it's like, ha ha ha, Christians, we're not taking this fully serious. We're mostly pissing you off with what you think we are.
Well, no,
but it's not what you think
no.
we are.
I think some of it
so I
started
think
that way.
They do that, but hold on. So where it gets tricky. So the basis of it all is to take outside objects to find a focal point. Whether it's candle magic, whether it's herbal magic.
Yeah.
It's just
It all
to
comes
bring
back
a
to
focal
focus.
point. But the thing,
Yeah.
so based off of how the Golden Dawn system works, okay.
What about the bearded pepper curse?
It takes non. It takes.
Did you
It
read that
takes
Instagram
Eastern.
story?
It takes
Or
Eastern.
Mephisto.
Yeah.
It takes Eastern mysticism and it crosses it with Western mysticism.
Yes.
So what the occult portion
We had a
did
mystic
and the cults
system
did,
in our backyard, and when it got really hot, we just turned on water and it would mist us.
Hey, one other little tangent, and this is kind of related. Brian Tyson, not Brian who's here, but Brian Tyson,
Typically
Jeremy,
Brian
Chuck,
Tyson.
and I, we had a band called Mysticism at one
We
point.
did. We also had
Which
a
had
band
nothing
called-
to fucking do with mysticism at
We
all.
also had a band called Lionfish Circus.
Yes.
That doesn't really say much about
You
it.
added circus, I think. One of you two added circus. I was like lionfish.
fish circuit. It was probably
Yeah, lionfish. It was like
I
lion
said
bitch.
imagine all the time.
You lion
We came up with a
bitch.
band name called My Secret Microwave one
Yes.
time.
So where it gets tricky and
Yes.
where there's something that might possibly be there is when you get into essentially what they would read demonology. So when you call demons, so you
But there's
usually-
two schools of thought there too. There's ones who believe in literal entities. And there are people who believe that it's just other parts of your consciousness that you're getting in touch with. Because when you really get into
What I kind of
meditation,
wanted to touch on more.
So-
when we were talking to
so
Jagan
what you-
about,
Yes.
about demonology is who compiled the information about each individual demon and gave them their backstory?
It's usually Catholics.
Right, but where did they get
how did they get that information?
Probably from other Catholics.
Wait, is this like flat Earth?
Hold on,
it's
hold
flat
on.
Earth. It's,
No,
what's holding up the
hold
flat Earth? The tortoise. What's under the tortoise? Tortoises all the way down.
So when you do demons,
Yes.
When you do
what
demons,
you're trying
it's
to
called
do,
rape.
what you're trying to do,
The demon Dover, bend her over.
what you're trying to do is that if I should have brought I was gonna grab it, but I didn't.
That's
I was gonna green one of the grimoires.
We could do another. We do a follow up where we have the
Essentially,
literature.
each demon gives you some type of ability.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll take the. Well, keep that thought.
Okay.
And then go over to Buddhism. Okay. In Buddhism,
I'll do this. He's going up and down, pantomime up and down, but I won't do this. I won't do shoulder to shoulder.
do shoulder to shoulder.
I'm not going to go back to the 80s,
Okay.
and I'm not going to go Christian.
Tentacles,
Okay, so just remember that each demon has characteristics, a purpose for it. Okay.
Penis.
So when you go to Buddhism,
So it's
and you look
DID
at the
pretty
different
much.
types of Buddhists or bodhisattvas, they all have different reasons. So in esoteric Buddhism,
They're the reason for the season.
correct. In different portions of Buddhism, you evoke them, or you say their name over and over, like Amida Buddha or
Okay,
Namo
real quick.
Amida Butsu.
I'm not
Namo Amida
100%
Butsu.
against the idea of them being little entities, but why would they even care to help us?
Well, hold on. I'm getting
Okay,
to
cool.
that point. So there's a really big thing that people need to understand
Yes.
and how it brings it all together and how
Child sacrifice.
It's a different side. Okay.
Your firstborn
in
son.
Buddhism, if let's say you want
Or
someone
hermaphrodite.
to get if let's say you want to heal someone, there's a medicine Buddha for that.
Yes.
So you would invoke the medicine Buddha. It would heal you or heal whatever.
Fuck the
hell you're trying to
shaman.
do.
You go to...
Okay, right?
Yeah.
So there's billions and billions of different bodhisattvas and Buddhas that give you that.
I have a Basset
On the-
named Buddha.
On the other side of that, the demons all have different characteristics. So when you call a demon, you're trying to invoke whatever it is that they do.
Demon!
So for instance, there's demons that would teach you how to talk to animals. There would be demons that would
Is that the
teach you
Dr.
how
Doolittle?
The Doolittle.
Dr.
Demon.
That's the
Doolittle.
Doolittle demon.
Right? So
He does very little.
so esoteric occultism in America
I
or
can
the
talk to
West
animals all day long.
is
The issue
very
is they're
similar
not
to
talking back.
esotericism in Buddhism, but you function
That's
in a different
schizophrenia.
way. So when you scry something, so you get a scrying board and you call upon the demon, you will see that demon. But the thought process behind
But
it,
okay, when you're saying seeing it, is it like manifesting
In the glass.
in your mind?
Probably
You're
more than-
seeing it in your mind. Your mind's projecting it.
I would imagine so.
I'm not saying that it's not real.
They thought that it was real.
Yeah,
Again, this
they
was
thought they
in
were
the
seeing it in the
fucking
world.
1900s, early 1900s. In my opinion, they were probably seeing they were seeing something,
Yes.
obviously, but it was something that was created
And they
by
believed
them.
it was external.
Right, right.
They
and
also
then
do a lot
that's
of
what-
drugs.
And
Maybe.
that's what would give you that ability of that demon.
They could do the shaman shit.
And that's how you would invoke them. And then as you get better at that, and you get better, what will eventually happen is you'll get in touch with their guardian angel.
Okay.
Okay, and that's what they called it.
We kind of touched on this on a
Right,
previous
and that's
episode.
what they'll call in Golden Dawn. They have the same exact thing in Shingon Buddhism, where you have a holy guardian angel that you evoke.
Did one precede the
and
other
once
that stole from the other? Kind of like Christians stole things from everybody?
It probably
Right.
came from Buddhism,
But you
and that
don't
probably
need-
came from Hinduism.
You don't need a demon to
Rape?
to rape or to talk to animals. Like
Well, we know that now.
no, but
But they were very,
But
Well,
the thing is,
so-
like Rick created a helmet and gave it to Morty, and he had squirrels talking about the end of the world, and then Rick was like, "You fucked with squirrels, Morty. This is the end of the."
We only got like 3 more times to do this.
Oh, shit.
So I think science. I think science one day will be able to. I don't rule out.
Well, we're
all the
already
mystical-
deciphering like chimpanzee languages and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
We can pick it out and understand. Or whales.
Well,
they have their own
there's
language.
those people that can they have that thing that you can put on your dogs now. I don't know what country
It's a penis.
in, but they can tell you when they're hungry now.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
it'll tell you when they're want.
Now, is this through their verbalizations, their vocalizations that they can
I have
determine
no,
this?
to be honest, I don't know how they did it. I just saw an article and then stopped reading. And I was like,
That's
"Oh, it's
awesome,
cool."
though.
So
I'll read that shit.
So
All
we
right.
should probably
Well,
research that.
yeah, definitely.
But they have like 4 things that they've been able to tell. It's usually with their tails. So like
Yeah,
with
they
their
do a lot of
tails,
communicating with the tail.
They mainly communicate with the tails because obviously other dogs can see the tail.
And what you guys can't see at home is
Is
Eeyore.
Chuck
He's
is
actually
wagging
moving
his
his tail.
tail.
Chuck
wagging
too.
my taint.
Yes.
waiting for a rape.
It was
know.
going
Shaking the sack.
Because of all the
He's trying
times
to-
I've been
he's trying to
gaped,
communicate with
I have a
Brian
loose
right
taint
now.
and it flaps.
It was going straight left and right, and then it was in a propeller motion, like in circles.
He's getting ready to take
how
off.
I fly. I twirl my taint like a propeller and I fly away.
Flies up
That's how I
and
got here.
Finds more rapes.
Instead of horsepower, he's rated by sack
Taint
power,
power.
nut power.
But anyway, so
Yes.
those are how the
Love.
two things are related.
Okay.
And so the whole point of all of it is treat your holy guardian angel, but each of them have different ways of doing
And
it.
there's different takes on it.
So
People,
I don't
some
know-
people would think that it's just in their mind.
And I don't have
There's
a
gonna
lot.
be a point
I
where
don't. This
Adam
was a
is
long
listening to
time
this
ago.
episode, and he's gonna be
but-
like, "What the fuck are Charlie and Brian talking about?"
Wait, what?
Exactly.
There's going to be a point in the episode where no, I'm kidding.
I know you're the only one that can hear me right now.
I know. So when I was when I left Flagstaff to come here, I evoked. So this is my one thing.
Yeah, tell us an experience.
So I evoked a demon. I forgot what it was because it's so fucking long ago. It
was one of them.
It was the demon dude.
And so
yes.
what I did was so when I evoked the demon,
I evoked
it was
the
to
bear
make
demon.
a talisman, and the talisman was like a pouch,
Dildo.
right? And
I thought you said the tally man at first, and I'm thinking of fucking bananas.
So the point of
Yeah.
the pouch is is that you can take it with fucking talisman. Okay, so you have the talisman,
Taliman
and the point of the talisman was
The
to
point of
make
shoes
sure
are so
that
you
I
don't
made a
step
certain
on
amount
rocks.
of income while I was finishing getting my master's degree because I needed a specific amount
You
of
have a
income.
master's degree?
He has a masturbator.
In
degree.
what?
Business.
Who can, dude? You were like,
Make us the money!
I'm
Make us
like
the money!
anti-est bank, anti-est business person in the world.
nice, but hey, you
Who
gotta
the
know your
fuck
enemy to
Exactly, to infiltrate.
Yeah, dude.
That's
So-
why I went to church.
That's bad. I just want to say that.
Dude, well, how do you feel about credit unions?
You know what? How it makes me feel?
And so-
it makes me feel like.
So here's my question.
And how does
though.
that make
Hold
you
on,
feel?
Here's my question. Well,
Yes.
tell me how you feel first.
Well, you asked
Yeah.
your question.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
So it
That's how he
worked.
feels.
It worked.
Yes.
So would have it happened if I hadn't done that?
What are the odds? You don't want to play around with the idea. What are the odds of still happening if I didn't do that?
Right.
Well, we wouldn't. We have no way of knowing.
We have no way of knowing.
We do have-
Unless you do
therefore-
scientific tests.
So right, which we don't do. But a basic
Yes.
person who has no scientific background
Basic bitch.
and doesn't have the knowledge that we have,
They're gonna
today,
believe this fucking
they would have
100%.
believed that it was this 100%.
And that's how the ancients were hardcore, because they had no neuroscience,
scrotum.
they had no psychology.
That's not necessarily true.
You know what is true?
Because silence.
I'm at my
Silence!
breaking point.
Oh, wait, are we a half hour in?
Yeah, we're at my breaking point!
All right, breaking point. Wait, hold on. Does Brian need to get started first?
Brian, say it.
Yeah, so hold on, we're not at our breaking point.
I can't take it anymore. I'm at my breaking point.
We'll be back right after. And we're back.
We got it back.
We're back. Brian left off on a good point, but he didn't get to make the point because we went on we went on a bottle cap dropping.
If I don't remember what I was gonna say, then just cut this part out and make it really obvious.
I want to leave in the
I
part
think
of you
you
saying
should
that.
just
We're about to
leave
say
that
rape.
in where you
Yeah.
say
Yes,
that. you're
exactly.
going-
No, cut. No, don't cut all of it out.
Okay, let me start it over then.
No. Why are you?
Why are you
I'm
starting
kidding,
it
I'm
over?
kidding.
Motherfucker.
I'm kidding.
Oops. All right.
Okay,
So yeah,
I'm leaving all that in.
You were saying, so you were saying that the ancients didn't know about like psychology and things like that.
At least not like they do now. I'm backpedaling a little bit, yes.
Well,
They have porn.
the form. That's true, but the format that
Peddling
we
the
use
porn?
now, we have the ego and the id and the
super ego.
and the super ego and all that. Okay,
They used to watch Cornhub.
Yes.
they did. But check this out.
Shuck
Back
in the
day,
corn hub.
ancient Egypt. Okay,
Yes.
they knew that the brain was important. Okay,
Otherwise, they wouldn't have removed it.
otherwise they would
Among other things,
in
penises.
yeah. Okay, so check it out. How in the fuck did they know that the brain did anything?
How do they know about the pineal gland?
The pineal gland. There was some,
Affectionately called the third eye.
Okay, they've actually found. Okay, you know the Great Pyramids, the three. They literally take images from space, and they know that there were rivers that ran through each one of these
A
pyramids.
river runs through it.
Okay, exactly. A river runs through it.
That's what they
So-
used to say about my bed.
So the point is,
That's what they used to
okay,
call me in high school.
They have found batteries. They know that electricity. They know that electricity.
Like the
was being-
Baghdad battery?
Like
We should make a Baghdad battery on the show one time. Anyways,
like the rape
Terrorists.
the rape battery.
Yeah.
Terror rate.
Yeah.
Is that like an unwanted sex
Fuckers.
toy? I don't want this.
But that's what I'm saying, is that even though they might have had a different way to explain something, it doesn't mean they didn't know.
They had a different understanding.
Or just a different version.
What if they had a much better understanding?
That's what I'm getting at.
And then it went away. Like what was Nate saying about every 200 years they burn the books?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna start from scratch.
There's a lot of people that say
They just burn the witches.
Yeah.
Burn the witches. We're getting to witchcraft in a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
And dig through the ditches and
Dig through the ditches and
Dracula.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I've never tried to do that. I think I hit the right.
These are on topic
I think you
tangents.
hit the right. That was actually pretty good.
These are on topic tangents.
So anyone who's really puritanical will say that anything from Egypt is the devil. It is, but you know what I'm saying?
But
Like
why?
foosball?
Like foosball.
Like
is-
fool's gold.
It's pronounced devil.
It's pronounced right.
Foosball. DEVIL.
Mountain Dew. The Dew, if you look at it, is DEVIL.
Oh.
Devils.
Spirit thief.
Yep.
Like the monster can, it has those 3 scratches, and that means demons.
Death's demons. That's demons. Chuck is
Red Bull,
demons.
when you
Adam's
drink it and it
demons.
gives you wings, you become a demon.
You become a winged dildo. Anyways.
When you jizz on somebody's face,
Jizz upon jizz.
So
exactly,
if you
their
have
face
people,
becomes a demon.
damn it, stop it.
Power cross compels you.
Totally.
My podcast.
Benny
doesn't
Hinn with a magic coat.
So okay, if you encountered
Wait,
somebody
wait.
who's like,
If you build it,
Oh, that was a
if you
demon.
build it, if you encounter
If you
some-
stroke it, I will come.
that is
No,
very
he
true.
will come. Mandela effect.
Ah.
Anyways,
I've encountered people that say they're a good witch. That
Like Linda?
there's a good and bad to everything. You can let's just say that right now. Anything
But
that
here's the
exists.
thing, but if you're
So you're saying there is a
Christian-
good Nazi?
Yes.
If you're a Christian, that's
was a
the
good
point
German
that they'll
boy.
make. Is go,
He
there
fired
is
up
no
the
good
ovens.
Nazi, right? They'll go, you're either a bad devil person or a good devil person, but you ain't going to heaven. But the people who really believe that they're good witches and practice good magic and good hope, and they think good thoughts for people and they practice good
And they grow
spells,
carrots and shit.
they're going to hell, like according to some people. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no
Good and
magic or
bad
magic.
is also relative.
But Jesus can revive himself. He can cast revive. He can cast the revive spell on
He,
himself.
he can raise Lazarus from the dead.
I know. I was thinking that just now too.
Yeah. So that was.
I was just breathing.
Yeah, that was the
Don't
point I was
mind me.
making.
No, I was gonna say.
Jeremy was
that-
doing some light reading during this portion. He did not disappear. He's back.
No, well, yeah, I wasn't really reading.
And we're back.
He was looking at porn.
I was just looking at porn. I heard about corn.
dude, I am right
and was
now.
like, is that a thing? But no, to that point though, is that being good or bad is relative to the person that's looking at it.
Yes, that's what I just said.
So,
too.
like,
I
the
slipped
church
in.
is-
Well, it's
Would
like
you say
I've
it's
always
bad?
thought about like within war, how we always project the other side as
It's
the
bad.
evil bad side.
What are they thinking? The same
I
thing.
mean,
That we're the evil bad side.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The same thing about
That's
us.
true.
In Vietnam, they were telling them that the Americans were going to come eat their
Eat
babies.
your babies. That is the truth.
That made us evil as fuck.
No, it was a true thing that we did eat the baby.
Did we?
They were delicious.
We ate the babies.
Oh.
They killed the babies. Some of them killed the babies.
Get that Szechuan sauce?
Yeah. Oh my
Oh, God. Some dim sum
Morty, it's all
dive.
about the sauce, Morty.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same thing that happens. in Vietnam.
some dim sum dive?
They just
They eat the babies?
they eat the babies and blame it on the Americans.
Exactly.
I mean, so
False flag.
False flag. False flag dinner attack.
But here's my question though: how did witchcraft go from what we have today as Wiccan? What was it before that? Because I feel like
Paganism?
was it just paganism? And
In
then
part.
it turned into Wiccan.
Wiki. Wiki. Pecan pie. Yes, yeah, witchcraft.
What about it?
We're on witchcraft now.
Oh, well,
Well,
there was this one time
in
when I
witchcraft.
cast a spell, and
So Brian Collier, would you like to
Yeah.
talk about witchcraft?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So
do it.
okay.
Tell me.
Doing it well.
On the topic of good witches and bad witches.
Yes.
All right.
Relative terms.
Exactly. They're relative terms. If you're, I want to say, an intelligent person, because good to
Anyone? Anywhere? Anyway.
So anyway,
Beat you way.
yeah, one of my
Exactly.
friends in high
It's
school
fine.
had a mom who was who had a mom
Just stop it there.
Yeah.
There was this friend of mine in high school. He had a mom
who had a mom.
Moving on.
And she told me lots of stories
about being a MILF.
about being. No, absolutely not. So anyway,
She thought she was.
she had
God
a
bless you,
voice which
my
is
child.
hilarious, like Good Witch Gilda or Glinda.
Glinda?
Zelda.
It was not nearly as high as Glinda, but
Guess she gave her more
would
pie.
she would tell stories about how she was a good witch. She was a white witch.
A white witch?
A white witch.
White.
And she had a cousin, and she did, and they did.
She did them good things.
They practiced good magic.
I buy that people believe that they're doing good with
Exactly.
Why not?
And so here's the thing. But she told me a story about how a bank fucked her over. Now she didn't use those terms, but it was a long story.
She
and
brought
this
the
is a
bank
long
down.
story. This is her story, okay? This is
There's
really
a long story, and here's the short version. I got fucked.
Here's
the truncated version.
consolidated story. She was like, and this bank completely fucked me, and I decided to curse it. And months later, it burned to the ground.
I never got my money back.
Well, how do we know it wasn't her just doing mantras?
Thank you.
It will burn. It will burn. It will burn. It will burn. And much like we were talking about earlier,
doing that
she
as
went there and
she's pouring
fucking
the
burned it
gas.
herself.
Exactly.
She burned it herself.
Yes, and she strikes the match as
Yeah.
she's saying it will burn.
It's
I
funny.
invoke the.
It turned into like Office Space.
Totally. It's funny because that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
I swing lines.
But-
while she was telling me that
This bitch burned the bank.
with 180 cats swarming around me, I was like,
That's her legion.
she.
They burned the
that's her
bank.
Yeah. And each one of her cats had some extravagant name, like this is Shadow Moon Nightwing.
And this is
And-
Bert.
Yeah.
We don't like birds.
And I'm like, how come
Hence the short shitty name.
half of these 180 cats are pregnant? Like in a month, you are gonna be fucked.
We're just gonna find her half-eaten corpse.
Totally. Yeah.
That's her minions.
But I think that's actually the difference between Wiccan and some of the other magic things, because there's like a religious belief in a goddess.
Yes.
And I think
Right.
that's really what
With the Wiccan.
Right. That's really what they distinguish.
Okay, have you seen Emerald Grove? Have you heard of Emerald Grove? It's like a, there's videos you can check it out. If you just YouTube it, there's a lot of leaked shit.
Talking about the grove that Alex Jones went to. I'm kidding.
No. There are
You ever see
people
that shit?
have been confronted about it, that other people know that they're in this thing. And you can't...
But they're not worshiping an owl statue.
No, they
What is
are
it? Malek?
So you know what I'm
Yes.
talking about, you motherfucker.
But isn't it
Just
named
made
something
me
else?
think,
It's something else Grove.
It's Emerald Grove.
Is it Emerald Grove?
Yeah.
Fucking
And
Mandela
what is
effect.
it? Bill Clinton was...
Yep.
was
All
confronted
the
about
last
it.
several presidents were there. I don't know about Trump, but the last several presidents were there
Are you
before they
talking
became
about that, where
president.
There's that video where you can see like that big, like in the nighttime, and there's
The
that
owl.
fire going, and you can hear.
Is
like,
it
kids
Malek?
screaming and
It's
shit.
like a body.
Somebody correct me in the comments when you watch
I
this,
know
but it's like
exactly
Malek
what
or
you're
something
talking
like that.
about. That
Molech
shit's
or
fucked
something.
up.
Like, would that be... Is that Wicca?
I was
No.
so confused. What is it?
Satanism.
So we gotta look it up.
Yeah, do that. Because it's really interesting.
The Grove.
Because a lot of people that were seen there,
High-ranking officials in the military,
Totally.
bankers.
were confronted about it, and they do not talk about it. Like someone said, "Hey, Bill Clinton," he was confronted at a,
I wasn't there. I did not
he didn't
have
say shit,
sexual
he just
relations
walked
with
away.
that owl.
Yeah, he's like, I'm way too old for this shit. I'm about to be dead. I'm about to not get assassinated at the last second. Yeah, it's a trip, man.
There's an Emerald Grove side quest in Dragon Age Inquisition. Is the
That's right.
Bohemian Grove.
Is it Bohemian Grove? Why do you
Yeah.
think Emerald Grove? Maybe I'm mixing my cults up.
Bohemian Rape City.
Is it Bohemian Grove?
There you go.
Yeah.
Bohemian Grove. But I mean, okay, what really taints the shit out of it is that Alex Jones went there and blew the lid off of the shit.
That's also very true.
Yeah, but no, I do buy that it exists.
And there are these people that are all like, they're half human and half pig, and they just walk around and they're everywhere, and you can't tell who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do we have over there?
Porn.
Pornhub.
Are you watching?
Bohemian Grove is a 2,700-acre campground located at 20601. I will not bleep this out. Bohemian Avenue in Monte Rio, California.
Bohemian.
Belonging to a private San Francisco-based gentleman's club known as the Hellfire Club. No, the Bohemian Club.
They say weird shit, man.
Are you watching the video of the owl?
Yeah, but that's no different than shit that you do in the Golden Dawn. It's probably just a secret society.
Yeah.
It looks like secret society.
It's just a
bullshit,
secret-
but
Yeah.
the weird thing
Although
is
those
when they
people
start
look like
talking-
clan.
Totally. that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
They're burning
dress-
it. They burn effigies of humans there.
They dress a certain way. They burn.
They
what
do
appears
sacrifice,
to
like
be
mock
people.
sacrifices
Yeah,
and shit.
Exactly. Like
It's a
other people back
witchcrafty
then-
thing.
Well, that's just a secret society. I wouldn't call it a witchcrafty thing.
I don't think it's
But here's
witchcraft.
I would just think it's a secret society.
But
Illuminati.
here's the thing.
Because
I'm kidding.
when you have a bunch of rich people,
Yeah.
What
They have
what
nothing
better
else to
things
do.
you have to do than do
like we were talking about
secret
earlier,
society
which-
shit.
But what which societies aren't secret societies that actually do
Our society.
do
You know what? Let's put it all out there in the wide open. We're the Illuminati.
I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
are we?
Yes.
Were we told what to say here?
Yes.
Fuck, I forgot.
I'm
what we were
kidding, I'm
supposed to say.
So what do you mean? What
I'm
are you saying,
going
Brian?
off
About
script.
what now? Secret society? What?
Okay,
We're only
it's still
illuminating
taboo
because
to
of
be a witch. You
self-immolation.
literally can't walk down the street.
It is to a degree.
Not really anymore.
No, I think
No, it
nowadays
really
you can
is.
be a witch.
I think
No.
they're not going to burn you at the stake for it, but you're still going to get the
You
Snickers
might,
and
you
people
might get a
shitting
side
on
eye
you.
from
Oh,
some
well,
people,
no, hold on,
but-
hold on. I take well, no, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
agree with Brian. There are certain places like
Totally.
Hey.
that would still probably
Like
burn
most-
people.
The South.
But like
The
most
South.
public.
If we go to Midwestern
Okay,
stage,
check
Yeah.
this out. You know how people rent out parks? They're like, my kid's having a birthday and we'll give you $800 if we can
Yeah.
rent out this park. And they're like, sure. If you went down to the fucking city and went like, yes, me and my coven would like to rent out the park to perform ritual
like,
sacrifices
fuck no.
on your
but
establishment. There's no fucking way.
but I don't
they're
think
gonna
anybody
do
does
that
ritual sacrifices.
shit. Or whatever it is. We
Well,
want to-
mock sacrifices of
Mock
How do you
effigies.
feel about like if when it comes to like that kind of rituals? What do you think about like Santeria and those types of?
I'm a
religions?
huge fan
I think
of
it's sublime.
Santeria.
Where well no, but where they do like
I think
or
voodoo and Santeria is fucking badass.
Where
And
they-
that's
Now you're making me think of Godsmack,
I would
and I don't
love to
really
go
like
to
them.
Louisiana and learn.
Yes.
and
You know what I like
voodoo.
about Louisiana?
And then Santeria, that's in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
The food.
The food's in
The
Mexico.
food. No, and well, yeah, in Mexico too. Not
wanna
the
eat
water so much.
alligator.
Louisiana.
Oh, everything in Louisiana sounds
Fuck
awesome.
yeah.
I was
I
talking
like
one of the
eating
people that I work with. She's from Louisiana.
Butt sex, even in
and she said you
Louisiana.
can literally
is
go
different.
into the police
You know what's
department,
weird is
the
chicken
police
tastes like
station there,
alligator to me.
and
All you can.
you can go to the police department and say, hey, we want to organize a parade, and they will literally help you organize the parade. It could be for anything.
In a Cajun accent.
In a case.
Oh, you talking about in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Louisiana.
There was some celebrity was telling a story. I think it's a comedian who's got a joke.
Was it a
about
black person?
Possibly.
That's racist.
You
It's
are all
Hannibal
racist.
Buress.
You're racist for saying that.
Oh,
Frank.
I'm
It's funny
kidding.
because
Have you ever seen
the
him
only
live?
reason you said that
Oh
is
my
'cause
gosh, I
you're
saw him
white.
live. He
Yep.
opened up for David
I'm
Chappelle.
pot whack.
Oh my god, it was
That
fucking
means-
hilarious the
Yeah.
whole show.
What's that?
We went and saw David Chappelle last time he was here, and Hannibal Buress, is that how
Yeah.
you say
Love
it?
David
Hannibal Buress
He's on some
Hannibal
cool
Buress
shit now.
Opened him.
Chappelle.
Oh my god, Chappelle! Oh my, have you seen all of his Netflix specials?
Yeah.
How have they not killed this
The
man
new
yet?
ones are amazing.
Oh my god, they're
the second
fucking
one where
phenomenal.
he talks about that pimp with the
Yes,
foot.
that's the
Oh
best
my
thing
God.
ever.
He describes
I think the best part
entire
is when
government.
he's talking about where he writes jokes backwards, where he'll just like he's got a bowl. full of-
Oh yeah.
with the
And he pulls it
punchline.
out, and he's like, "So I kicked her in the pussy, and now I gotta create a joke about this."
No, there's a second part to that one,
Yeah.
and where he's in like this coffee, or it's like a bar probably, and he's sitting on a stool, and there's a famous pimp book that came out in the 70s, I forgot what it was called, but he does this whole analogy
It's
about
amazing,
capitalism
Nice.
and what they did to him at Comedy Central and with this book. It's fucking amazing.
I came across a stupid video and I didn't even bother watching it. It was on YouTube, where supposedly Chappelle's family thinks that he got replaced by the fucking Illuminati. There's this whole theory that they're replacing celebrities. It's called age. They look different because they age.
Well,
And he got buffed.
Yeah, he got fucking buff.
that's true.
No, he did.
I don't know. I don't buy the whole replacing him thing.
The thing is
Maybe programming on some of these guys.
here's
Hey,
where
gals.
I'm like, I'm not skeptical, but I'll say it's fucking possible. Like if you look at how far
This ties into witchcraft.
If you look at how
They cast scales. They,
if you look at how far technology has come and what we get, what do we get? We get computers
Chlamydia.
that are attached to the internet, and we get phones that we can play really cool games on, and
They
that's
fuck you with the
it.
games.
If just think about the last
Possibly.
15 years, how far entertainment technology has come and what we get. Imagine what the fuck they're doing that we don't know about.
Collecting it's
that
collecting
we don't
information.
have access to, that we would never have
Collecting
access to
information.
at all.
Look at social media, dude. It's a gold mine for the fucking intelligence.
We were
community.
just talking about that.
We were.
Yo, we were just talking about that.
These people are giving away all their
Exactly.
shit. I barely give away shit
Me
other
too.
than my shit I want to give away, like our podcast.
But you can turn off your phone.
You know what I mean? Here you go.
You can turn off your phone and take a trip around the city.
And they could turn your mic back on.
Exactly.
And your camera.
It's true.
They're listening to us right now.
But no matter what,
They're sending a
We
drone.
want them to, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're gonna say, since you're listening, tell your friends.
Rape.
NoNeedToCurse.com.
that's so true.
No, it's
We're gonna expose you, and not in the Alex Jones kind of way. We're gonna really
we're gonna
expose you.
ourselves to you.
Yes, we are going to gape you.
What would be the benefit of the Illuminati replacing celebrities?
I don't know.
Oh, it would
I
be
don't
easy.
know. That's people
Are you
that
serious? We were.
it could be
just
beneficial.
We were,
but are they
just
really doing
talking
it?
about how amazing Dave Chappelle was and how badass he was, right? Which I totally.
But why haven't they
agree
killed
with.
him for this lately?
Because they could easily. I mean, no, I don't believe this, but they could easily replace him and have him say other shit. That
Like
he's
the
already.
Manchurian comedian.
He's already got David. He's already got a huge following, millions of people. The power isn't enforcing people to do things against their will. The power is enforcing people to do things with their consent.
So
And that's
getting them
the-
to agree to something they normally wouldn't because of a bias.
That's absolutely
And
true.
is this witchcraft?
That is actually true.
Is it
Yeah.
the okay? Now this also
I'm
comes
saying?
back to this: is the government into the occult?
Of course.
The shadow government.
Again, I
into the
just
occult.
got
Of course.
a bunch of rich people have nothing
With nothing to
better
fucking do.
than to do secret societies because it's
I
fun
would.
and interesting.
You know why we don't? Okay, now listen to
Of
this.
course they
If I
are.
had $1 billion, I'd fucking do it. I mean,
So,
if I had $1
Think about
billion,
it. If
I'd
you
be
had
Batman.
$1 billion, what would you be doing with your
I'd
time?
either be
Okay.
Secret Society or I'd be Batman.
And
Right.
it's-
Secret
okay.
Society looking
Batman.
Or
sorry,
both.
Secret being super
Yeah.
loud. Secret Society looking at alien shit, trying to
Yeah.
figure out. That's what you would do with
Like
your
Tom-
time.
And that's what they're claiming that the
Like-
government's doing. That they're
like
hooked up
Tom
with the
DeLonge has all
aliens.
this
They're looking at
money on
aliens.
his
They're
own.
hooked up with
Probably
entities
are.
and the occult and all
Well,
that.
think about it. We're
They have the money and the
non-rich
means.
people.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough, right?
Okay, no, and that brings up a good point. That's why we find this stuff kind of fascinating, but we're not fucking doing it. We're working
but
jobs.
What I'm saying is we're non-rich people.
We're at the
that
bottom
are
of the pyramid.
Interested in it.
We're holding the
still
pyramid up.
trying to do that stuff.
Yes.
Right. So if you're a
And we have
rich
no
person
time.
So think about it. Elon Musk. There was a thing that he talked about. The reason why he created PayPal, which is what made him wealthy,
Yes.
was PayPal.
He did it to get wealthy.
No, he did it so they could send money to Mars. That was literally the reason why he built PayPal.
That was his first piece
entire
of
life-
I'm going to Mars
his
that he worked
entire
on.
life, he's been trying to get to Mars.
Wow.
So you're a.
I didn't know he was that.
billionaire
I
now.
knew he was obsessed with getting there.
You're a
with
billionaire.
SpaceX.
You're a billionaire now. Of course, you're gonna do secret shit and try to find ways to get to Mars. Of course.
What does he know about Mars, or what has somebody told him about Mars to make it
Exactly.
that appealing?
He read
because
John Carter and fell in
right?
love.
It will literally take us.
You watched Ghost on Mars by
It will literally take us over 100 years to
Or Ghost on
terraform the
Mars,
place
yeah.
to be profitable for us to go there. What else do we?
And Jason
What else does
Statham.
Mars have to give us other than an Earth 2 if Earth gets fucked?
Okay, so that's another thing
flags.
too. So
It's
that
got
comes
seven
back.
flags.
So based off of science, I think it's
The rich can pay him and make him richer to go
so
there.
here's the thing: it's 25
Did you guys
million.
hear his eyes roll when he said science?
25 million
Science.
years. 25 million years
deniers.
the sun burns out. Forgot how long it is until the universe goes cold.
We're not going to be here.
So
for
we're
that.
not going to be here, but our communal responsibility then to mankind
Well, fuck them.
would be to find a way to
By
get
that
to
time-
another planet.
By that time, mankind won't even be mankind anymore.
Yeah.
We're continually evolving. By that time, we'll be a different species.
It might be AI kind, who once upon a
we
time
would
destroyed
still be
humanity.
around.
I don't think so. I think humanity's going to die out with a new species.
But then again, look at dinosaurs.
But we would be the new
Dinosaurs.
species, is what I'm getting.
Dinosaurs are
like, what is it? Ipithecus blackie or whatever the fuck the
Australopithecus.
Australopithecus.
hasta la pasta.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I know what you're talking
you
about.
think, you think they're human?
We're
Yeah,
They're a form
an
of it.
offshoot.
They're a form of it.
No, they're
That would
precursors
be-
to humanity. We are humanity.
But that's what I'm saying.
Or an offshoot that came from a precursor to humanity.
I'm saying next is going to be something different and better and greater, hopefully.
Homo superior, mutants from X-Men.
But more than likely, it
Maybe.
would still be
Homo
killed
superior
by...
Or AI.
Homo superior sounds like a homosexual dressed in a nun's habit.
Yes, he's a homosexual dominatrix.
Hey,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Superior, it's homo superior.
Yes.
But hold on,
try
it
something?
took billions of years for us
What's
to
he
get
doing with
this
those
way.
rosary
Yes.
beads?
Can I segue? Can I segue this shit? Look, check this out. I'm gonna tie witchcraft into the tangent we just went on.
Okay.
Yes.
You know how in a lot
Well, this
of
really isn't a tangent right now.
Shut
well,
your
no,
face.
that's true. But listen, you know how in a lot of the movies, people are trying. They either like vampires. Okay.
Yes.
They siphon people. They drink people's blood. They take their energy and they live.
You have energy vampires that also.
and
Originally, vampires, they sucked cocks and
That's
were-
true,
they
okay?
thrived
You still get
off
some
of-
blood. There's trace amounts of
But
blood.
Jeremy,
in the semen.
listen. But listen.
Not Jeremy?
But not Brian was saying that.
If you can keep this straight for the rest of this
then
segue.
I'm gonna try, but I'll probably end up saying not Jeremy.
And rape.
And great. But look, so he was saying, we were saying we're not going to be around for that long, okay?
Right.
But the whole purpose of a lot of witchcraft in these theories and the stuff is to live for a
Preservation.
preservation, live for a long time. Now, if someone makes a pentagram and fucking sacrifices a human and can live for 50 more years, or however the spells go, whatever they think can do, or they can literally take the image of someone's consciousness from their brain and their nervous system, everything, put that fucking shit into a computer.
Kind of like the shitty version
and
of Apocalypse in the last X-Men movie.
yeah, and transmit it into somebody else's body or into a robot, then there literally could be. Look, if I had $1 trillion, I'd be looking to do that.
That's my favorite song from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
If you had $1 trillion.
If I had $1 trillion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me think about
Do you
Thor
remember back in
Ragnarok
high
because they
school
had that
when
little
we used to
bit in the
call you
movie,
Willy Wonka?
which makes me think about the Asgardians coming to Earth because their fucking planet got destroyed. Which makes me think about Elon Musk. Back on topic.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is how would we think any differently if we knew we weren't gonna die? Would we give a shit? Would the people that give a shit
Well, you have to have an
about
Earth
the
to live on and not die on.
Well, exactly. But would the people that give a shit about the next generation now care anymore if they knew they were going to live forever?
They would care more because they
You
would
think
be
so?
a part of it.
Yeah. Or would the
Or the reverse side, they don't
Right.
care because they know that it's inevitable they're going to die. Who cares?
Or
And some
the-
of them may have no compassion for the future
Or the
generations.
people that don't give a shit about that the sun's going to burn out in 25 million years. They
And just so we know, I don't know if that's the exact number, but it's somewhere.
right. Or however,
It sounds right for tonight.
would,
We'll
would-
do the math later.
would they go?
Astronomers,
"Oh,
correct us."
shit, Jesus isn't going to come within my lifetime and destroy everything. Maybe there is a long-term thing here.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but
Yeah.
Jesus is a little late.
Yeah. So you said he was going to
Yeah.
come back in the lifetime of the disciples.
Did he?
In the Bible, it does.
What if I'm a disciple, bro?
Well, yeah,
Fuck
but the disciples would. I think that
He
could
didn't.
be
They never said. There's no
interpreted
clause saying
that- I
descendants of
think
disciples.
that could be interpreted as this. Have you guys? Do you guys watch Preacher?
Yeah.
I haven't, but I heard it's
Season
good.
with the retarded Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If you haven't seen Preacher, anybody that's listening, go watch Preacher. There's
a
an
great show.
incestual Jesus in it that's fucking hilarious, and it's played by the
Did
lead
you say
singer.
incestual?
Yeah,
Nice.
and it's
Does he have
played by the lead singer of All
A harem
American
full of his
Rejects.
siblings.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you have to watch. It's fucking hilarious.
Does he have a harem full of his siblings?
No, he's like super like inbred, and he's
Oh.
just it's really funny.
Not the right container for the spirit of Christ Jesus to come back to.
Yeah, no,
Spirit
that's
of
what they.
Christ?
Yeah, it's a pretty
That's
cool
a euphemism.
concept what they do, but it's pretty funny. You should watch.
What
it.
if? Let's just say what if. Now I don't buy the whole Jesus thing, and we'll talk about that on a Jesus episode later.
I
But
don't buy the whole Jesus thing.
no, I don't.
I've said
I
that
just
to him.
wait. Did you hear that?
Jesus is free.
Did you hear that? I know, right? Jesus is free.
I didn't hear
It
anything.
just costs your soul.
Exactly.
Fancy Jesus.
How is that any different than Satan?
What did we hear?
Shaitan. So let's just play that we buy the whole Jesus thing. What if Jesus just gave up? What if Jesus came back and he's like, man, fuck this lot of bitches, and he's just chilling in the hills somewhere,
Well, what
living
that
out
would
eternity.
What that would do is he would
necessitate
Funny
someone
that you
like us to go
mentioned
look for
that.
Jesus.
It's funny that you mentioned that. 'Cause
Jesus,
that's
come
actually-
back, Jesus.
That's actually the premise of Preacher.
Is it?
God
Yes.
gives up and he just goes on vacation.
Because what
and-
would
Well,
happen
fuck.
Yeah.
is if that happened, Jesus would poof into a puff of logic because
Okay,
God
Douglas
said-
Adams.
Exactly. God said that he would come back and all this stuff would happen. So what it would do if Jesus gave up or God gave up is really eliminate that God's word is infallible.
That's a good point.
Just saying.
It's like the
Jesus-
whole, can God move a boulder big enough that
Can God microwave a burrito too hot
Because
that
if
he couldn't eat it?
Right, if he can do that, then he's no longer God.
Yeah.
And so how does that work?
So he just goes, I hate it so much that I would rather not exist. Poof. Poof. Suicide. God committed suicide.
But yeah, I think rich government people are in the secret society.
Yeah.
Totally.
Depressed Jesus is an atheist.
Yes.
He doesn't believe in himself.
The self-loathing Jesus.
He walks the streets of downtown Phoenix going, my dad told me I was going to be great. And
Look at me!
He's just talking to himself.
yeah, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
Satan's not tempting him. He just has fucking schizophrenia.
Yeah.
DID.
Satan comes up like, now is my chance. I finally know where he's at. And goes, I'm going to tempt you. And then Jesus just looks at Satan and goes, what's up, Bill?
Dude, you hear
I
that?
haven't seen you in 12 years.
Fans of the podcast and anybody that happens to be listening, there's a police helicopter coming.
Oh, is that what you were pointing up to
Yeah,
the
I
ceiling
was pointing
for?
to the
I thought
sky.
Jesus was coming down.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Or aliens.
Coming.
Jesus is coming, bareback with no
I don't
condom.
even think he's breathing heavy.
That was a big sigh of
Of cum.
Jabez.
I've got of rape. I've gotten so old that when I don't know if I'm coming or going, it's more like it's like all right, I'm done. God, that was such a waste of time.
What the fuck was that?
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Yeah, was it good for me as it was for me?
I'm hoping it was better for you than it was for me. 'Cause damn.
Like, I haven't even taken my panties off yet. I don't know where you just.
Oh,
put
you're
that.
talking about sexual intercourse with
Yeah.
another person.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But what we should
that be
do
If you have DID,
is we should
does it count as somebody else?
we should do experiments on
That's a segue, by
the
the
show for paranormal stuff.
Well,
So
Chuck and I have been
think
discussing this. We
should-
do want to do this, but that'll be the video side thing. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it though. Like, I do have an EVP. Then this is an after the fact because I got the EVP years ago, as you could see from the video that I posted about the EVP. It was from 2011, before the show, obviously. But we're gonna do new experiments that, like Jeremy was saying,
Yeah.
new shits.
Yeah. See.
Like real scientific.
Let's
experiments?
try to conduct. We're
I
going to
don't know
conduct.
if they would be
Benson burner?
scientific.
Well, no, it can't be.
can make 'em
Well, no,
scientific.
you
Well, that's what I'm
apply-
saying. We would
check it
have
out.
to make them.
You apply the
Scientific.
scientific method to it.
The main thing in science are independent and dependent variables.
Mm-hmm.
So we would need to keep the same things the same each time and just change one thing
Yes.
each time so that everything, and then we take lots of data.
Yeah.
And then
we
It has to be repeated.
And then we rape it. Okay.
Rape it.
And then other people, we could actually.
That's the worst
And then
fraud
we-
ever. He's hopping around. He's like, rape it.
Rape it. Rape it.
Yeah.
Rape it. Rape it.
We just took rape to a whole new level.
Rape it.
Oh, don't we always?
But yes.
Okay.
Scientific. Okay, we're going to find a way to, because with EVP, I was very
Just
careful
pictured
with.
a picture of Adam holding like spiked dildos.
So this is about a
We just
Ouija
took
board,
rape to a
right?
whole
Well, no,
new
well,
level.
beyond
I
that.
was using that as an example.
Check it out. Yeah.
No, but it's a good example. because
Honestly,
here's how we would use.
But you guys, okay, these guys here will help out because I honestly think, I'll go on record saying that I honestly think the Ouija board is bullshit.
Okay,
I've heard a lot of
and we
people
can test that.
swear to it though.
So-
Now I'm just
Constant-
picturing somebody staring at a Ouija board saying, "Fuck!"
you!
The constant variable would be the rule book. It's just like any game. You read the
Mm-hmm.
rule book, that would be the constant. So we would have to follow what it told us to do. And so what we would do
Even the
is-
part that says it's for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. You need one, or you need more than one person to do
Mm-hmm.
it. So what we would do is, in one set of tests, say, not Adam would be
Yes.
the constant variable, and Adam would not Adam would do 5 runs with not Brian, And you see what I'm saying?
That's how I look
5
at
runs, and then he would do 5 runs, and we would.
That was like my basic
And take
idea.
all that data. And
That's been my basic idea with the Ouija board. You have to have believers and non-believers play it, see what kind of results you're going to get
That's
either
how
way.
I got good at circle jerks.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think we should also. I think one of the things
Sacrificing
too,
pre-humans.
I think one of the things too. When was the last time that any of you saw a Ouija board?
I have a Ouija board here right now.
But when was? I guess a better question would be, when was the last time anybody used a Ouija board?
When I was 9,
many
I had
years
an
ago.
experience. I had an experience.
17?
17.
But there is
I
the
have a real one.
But what I was
idiomotor
thinking
effect.
was we should do
I
it
had a real
blindfolded, so we can't see
Yes.
the letters.
and then let the idiomotor effect run.
And then one person watches, or we record it, and we're all blind, and
Jeremy?
then see if it says anything.
It would be a blind study.
Test.
Yes.
Jeremy,
Pun.
you're a dirty dog. You've seen the video of them doing that already, haven't you?
No,
They've
I
already
didn't know
actually
that.
done. They've
Have they done that?
they've used that.
I
to
literally,
debunk-
I didn't know that at all.
Well, no. Here's the thing. They used it to debunk it, but you know
who
what?
are they?
Some group on YouTube.
Did it debunk it?
Yeah, because they were ending up all over the fucking place. They ran through it without the
But-
blindfolds.
Maybe they
Did-
picked up like a.
But does the spirit
Question.
need their eyes to
Afterwards-
see?
maybe the ghost.
Did
That,
they?
like,
I was gonna say, did they run it through like translations to see if it said something in Russian or something?
It was ending up on nothing on the board like multiple times.
Oh.
Not a yes, not a no, not
but
a
it
letter.
was going to nothing.
Yeah, but maybe that was something in the nothing.
But
Something's
this
got to
was
be something.
saying, maybe something was saying that.
yeah.
But it's, I mean,
I think we should do it ourselves. Just for fun.
we have to do it to really know we got
If
to
all of
do
our
it.
lives
can run-
fall apart within 3 weeks, we'll know why.
that it was Charlie.
It could be coincidence. It was Chuck's fault.
And his
the
rape.
whole time. So here's
He
what
gaped
data
us.
shows.
For the opportunity for us to play
Yeah.
with the Ouija board, so I can totally fucking
Yes. Here's what the data shows. Every time
10
Charlie
years for me to come back.
every time Charlie works with somebody, they feel like killing themselves afterward.
Yeah.
But every time it's not Charlie, it doesn't work out like that. Like it's all. We did 10 runs with just Charlie and Brian.
And now Brian's hanging from the rafters.
And now Charlie apparently knows enough about Brian to make him want to kill himself over 10 runs of a Ouija board.
So, yeah. So we're going to do the
I
Ouija
just
board.
keep making it spell out shit like
Rape.
What's that piece called again? The planket? The
Hold on. What if the ghost, though, can only see things through your eyes?
That's a good.
Then how the fuck did they get there?
maybe that ghost just really likes Peter Frampton.
Well, the thing is,
And that's why it was saying nothing, because it couldn't
Can you
see
show me the way?
Hold on, maybe that's why it was doing nothing in their experiment, because they couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
But so what if we do it this way? What if one person's not blindfolded?
What if that one
So
person's
someone
not touching
has
the board?
right. That person's not touching the board. The other people are blindfolded,
That's a
and
great
then one
idea.
other
See?
person can see the
Now you're
board.
thinking-
What is the name of the piece? Is it the planchette or the planket? Planket?
What?
Planket, the little
I don't
thingy.
fucking know.
The thing we
I
move.
am raw.
Why can't we sit there and just tell it to fucking move and it move?
Because it has to have. It's like an alien or
Don't break
something
the
that has
circle.
to have like a what's that word?
Yeah.
A host. It needs a host.
If it can move a door, I mean, there have been paranormal
I don't
activity.
think ghosts can move doors. That's just
why
my
isn't it
personal
shaped like an upside down cross?
That'd be awesome.
It's shaped more like a.
That would be
thumb
really
drop.
cool.
Yeah, that'd
Okay.
be pretty badass.
It's like
So what we're getting at is we're going to do this.
into when you. There's no question. It says in the game.
There is no question that this is satanic.
So
I had an update idea for the immaculate confections.
oh no, another one.
Like 1,000 of them. It's gonna be
Sprinkles?
instead of a cherry, it's a cherry tomato. So that one person realizes that sometimes religion is just there to fuck you.
Yes,
That's awesome.
nice.
Oh my god.
So all right.
About immaculate confections.
So you hear it here. We're going to do this, the four of
Yeah.
us,
What are we
and maybe
doing?
more people. We're going to experiment
my
with
God.
the Ouija board, and we're going to put our hands on it, and we're going to see where the idiomotor effect takes us.
I had
And
it.
I think we should do. I think we should film it.
Really needed to-
Yes.
But then we should also figure out. And I think we should figure out how to do it as a podcast feed, as a not
Yeah.
a separate podcast, but at least a
But
podcast.
like
that
we've
you
done
can
in the past, we
upload. Yeah.
refer to other videos that we have on YouTube to go check those out. Like I have a UFO one.
But you said you had experience with it, so you don't want to do it because you already know that it works.
But that's good. I really don't buy it. I'm one of those types. I'm a molder type. I want to believe these things. I want to. But if I don't get enough evidence personally, I just can't.
We should play like
But
the
let's do
feather,
this.
stiff as
Let's
a
do this.
feather.
Let's do this.
Light as a board, stiff as a feather.
How does
Light
that?
as a brick, heavy as a stone.
It ends up with me getting hard.
I asked it when I was 9. Asked it a question in my head, and it answered the question to where no one would fucking.
But were there other people doing it?
There were other people doing.
What if it was your idiomotor effect making a go to it?
You just called your motor effect idiot.
No, you might actually be making a point.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't want to completely shit on it,
Because
but
I would rather you be right than me be right.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to.
this sucks. That would suck
Okay,
if you're
hold
right.
on.
Yeah.
So a ghost.
Crazy.
So whatever's talking through the board needs to have someone to see our physical plane in. Okay, so if we have someone who can see the board, and that other person asks the question.
Wait, if it requires
that
touch,
no
why don't they
one
touch somebody who's touching the board?
Like a duck, duck, goose
Well, I don't think
situation.
maybe it doesn't require touch. I think it requires
Then why can't they move
sight.
the piece?
Right.
I think it requires sight.
Let's try it that way. So observing it
but
physically.
none of the
We
people
have
that
to
are
rule
touching
out
it
all the variables.
Can know the
people that
question.
are- No, they can't know the question
Yes.
or the answer to the question. I guess they can know the question, but they can't know the answer to the question because there can only be one person that's not touching.
There can only be one.
so that you can take out of the what you were talking about.
I like
'Cause that's usually what people think that is causing.
So if
it.
nothing happens,
Brian,
then
put your
we
pants back
add
up.
in touch. Like somebody like touches the shoulder of one of the people that's
right, and then we
touching
could
the thing.
try it again where that person's touching
Yeah.
it.
You know that if everyone playing was blindfolded, it wouldn't matter if the questions were spoken out loud or not, because the people who would be involved with moving the thing around wouldn't be able to.
Unless the spirit
Manipulate.
supposedly needs a C. But the person
I'm
who is
on
asking
the-
the question,
Right, I'm on the
Is seeing.
I'm on the thing that they need to see the board. I don't
So
know
we
if
need
it's
to
true,
have
but
one-
that's what.
but how did they
that's my-
get there? How did they get there if they can't see?
Well, no.
So
Or do
think
they
about-
exist?
okay,
Or is
hold
it
on,
like
think
wave
about how
particle
realms
duality,
work.
where they're just existing
Wait,
as a static
think
energy?
about how realms
I know
work.
what he's
Yes.
about to say.
So like in realm, that person you can see where you're going,
But not here.
But maybe you can't see like I can't see the fender on the because it's blurry.
So I'm
Or because
here,
there's like
and I'm hearing entities from another dimension, but they can't see what I'm seeing
We
here.
would have to be like a conduit.
Conduit, yes.
That's the word I was
Dude,
looking
the
for.
word was in my head,
the
dude.
conduit.
Get out of
You'd have
my
to be
head.
a conduit for the
Yes.
It'd be
beam.
like when we go to Dream World,
Get out of
how
my
we
anus.
can't read.
Get out of my anus.
We can't read words in Dreamland.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
it is-
Now you're onto
Yes,
something.
Yes.
Now this is making sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I think might be
making
happening.
This is making me feel a little bit better about it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. You heard it here
This
first.
is making us feel that it
I
actually
would
works.
like in the first.
so I'm out.
I want to be.
I've scared myself out of this test.
I want to be watching. I want to be the guy watching the first one.
Asking the
first
questions. You got it.
Time. No.
You don't want those questions answered though either though. So I don't know. Maybe you
Well,
want to be the guy that's
no,
not
'cause
knowing.
then
it.
I could be the dude from Fifth Element and be like, oh my god, it's moving. Oh my guys. Oh shit. I think we.
Oh, that was just me. I was happy in the pants.
Totally. And then I'll put the mic up to one of you and be like, how do you feel right now? You'd be like, yeah.
Like Nine Inch Nails in the background.
How does it feel? Yeah. Down on your knees.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's what I think might be
I don't
happening.
want to play the first time.
And that's why it didn't work when they were
Play the second.
blindfolded.
Yes. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's give it-
now.
And then EVP. Like I've been very careful to tell people I've gotten EVPs before, but I'm not gonna.
Careful to
I'm not. Well, no. I've been very careful in not saying that is definitively a ghost, a disembodied entity making these EVPs happen. I'm not going to say this that is specifically an interdimensional being or alien, and I'm also not going to rule out the possibility that it is picking up radio somehow. But when they are Class A EVPs, it is very compelling when they're actually answering very specific things.
Yep,
So,
that's what happened to
but
me.
for me, the jury's out on EVP. I know that people can get them, but I don't know what they are. So that's as far as I'll go with EVP. But we can experiment with that. Even quicker would be the spirit box. Now there's a
Spirit bomb.
spirit box. Basically,
Whoa.
do your thing so that the NSA.
Oh,
Bomb.
NSA, if you're listening right now, the word bomb should not be taken out of context in that sentence.
What I meant by bomb is I'm going to blow up the president.
This has been a PDA.
And what he meant by that was
PSA.
the president is the bomb, is what he just said. which is-
Bombskis.
I meant the president of the
The people. Those people.
fan club,
Don't kill us.
which
Yeah.
is in.
Don't kill me.
Please
Fuck
don't
these assholes.
4 podcasters died.
I got shit to do and people to masturbate.
Yes. I've
that
got.
masturbation
people
if you
to
do it for somebody? Like the other night when you were jacking me.
I have some pre-humans to
That was
sacrifice.
called a Dutch rudder.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, that was
Thanks for
Dutch.
clarifying.
Oh my goodness.
So what's a spirit box?
The spirit box is like, and more of
It's
it.
a ghost vagina.
It's more of an immediate EVP.
Dick turns fucking.
So anybody, okay, Jeremy and anybody else who doesn't know what a spirit box is, you can also pause this and look them up. But also, here's a rundown of what it is.
Don't pause it.
It basically
You should
takes
go look it up while we're explaining.
exactly.
Yeah, we'll be on the same. We'll be on a totally different thing.
Yeah, I know. And if you missed everything we said, that's fine. Just start the whole episode over and give us another view on YouTube. That's fine. But if you downloaded it as a podcast, that's fine. Whatever. Go on YouTube anyways and watch it. Give us some views so we can monetize this shit.
I'm more of a fan of you downloading it.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. We want podcasts to be a big thing.
Download
But I also
our-
want money from you.
Just so everybody knows,
So
if
we
you
can get
have
revenue.
an Amazon Alexa at home,
Yes.
you can go to your TuneIn skill and you can listen to this podcast on your Alexa.
What would they do? What would they say if they had an Alexa at home?
I don't. So that part I haven't figured out. You have
Alexa.
to use your phone
gotta
to
say,
go to the
Alexa.
TuneIn app
Okay,
and
Google.
then play the
Siri.
episode on your Alexa. But accordingly, you should be able to say, Alexa, play Learning to Curse.
Have you guys seen the video where that woman asks Alexa if she's
I've seen all kinds of
associated-
fucked up shit
where-
with
if
that.
she's associated with the CIA? If she asks it, she says, Alexa, would you ever lie to me? And she says, I would never knowingly tell you a falsehood.
Wow.
And then she says, Alexa, are you associated with the CIA? And then it shuts off.
Yeah, I have like 6 Alexas at my house, so I'm totally going to try that.
Try it. Tell me what happens, because I want to know
Film
if it's
it.
real.
I should.
Okay, Google, play Learning to Curse with Adam and Chuck.
I don't know if you can do it on Google.
I know.
Are we?
I can't do it on my
I'm at a
phone. I was just
breaking
kidding.
point.
I think Chuck can.
I'm at my breaking point.
There's another breaking point?
I don't think we have that type of time.
Yeah, we're almost done with this one.
Yeah. What's a spirit box, real quick? Go.
Spirit Box is like EVP. It's a little device that will scan AM or FM radio at a rate that's supposedly fast enough,
Oh, that's-
if you
okay.
set it right, to where it won't pick up full words and phrases. But it does.
It would
Okay,
be awesome to use as a sampler. For
I know, right?
music.
Check it out. But the suggested
Where do we
rate.
get one?
You can get them online. They're like cheap used ones for like 60 something bucks. The SB7 is the most popular. Okay, but the recommended. Now get this. This is where I think part of it's bullshit. The recommended sweep rate is so slow that you can hear like little words like yes, yep, yep, yep. Oh, like shit like that popping up on each radio station as it's sweeping. Now the thing is, the true test to make it more scientific is if we had it at a fast rate. So it's scanning through, and you go in an area where it's not going to pick up any radio stations. You're going to get just straight white noise. Right, that ghost and spirits or whatever that's making the EVPs is supposed to be taking the white noise and making their voices with, not using the words from the radio. You go somewhere where we're not going to get radio at all. You know, it's not going to pick up any signal, and you have it a fast sweep rate. And if you can still get voices coming through that, then I think it's legit.
Does it make a sound when it works?
No.
Or does it just sweep?
I think there are ones that try to determine what it thinks it heard it say, like in a robot voice after, like the Ovilus. I think it's called the Ovilus, where it'll pick up energies in the room, and the spirits supposedly will take words that are in the stored bank in the Ovilus and make it say it. So yeah, so that's a tool that I like to use. But yeah. So how can we tie that to witchcraft?
With string.
When were we talking about witchcraft?
You have to use hemp rope to tie it to
I
witchcraft.
think. So where are we at on witchcraft, the occult, and magic? I mean, is it really if we're looking at it scientifically, is it just
I think for the most
The
part,
secret.
it's the power of suggestion. I think.
I think it's the secret.
it's
for the most part.
meditation, it's law of attraction.
And then I also think a lot of the times when people have like claimed for like specific magical situations that have happened or their ability to do certain things through certain rituals, I honestly think a lot of it is either believing your own hype or bullshit.
Yeah, that could be.
Probably most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and any paranormal things that do happen to people that are practicers of magic
There's
and
also
the
coincidence.
occult.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
also
there's also
100%
coincidence.
coincidence, which would be if all 4 of us decided to find a 5th and have a coven and do a ritual, and then something happened. There would be like
It's
a
confirmation bias.
There's that, but then just coincidence.
No, yeah, that's a coincidence.
And maybe
We could say the president is the bomb in a ritual, and then something could happen.
we're like, oh
NSA, Brian's planning on blowing up the president.
god.
Yeah, and then we'd be like, "Damn, that shit worked," and then one of us
I know,
would be like,
right?
"No,
and
it's
you-
coincidence."
yeah.
I think.
That's what it could. A lot of it could be.
like there's an act.
And on the other hand, energies out there, entities, energies that are out there could,
That's coincidence.
irregular leaks stop by and be like, this person is doing this incantation. You know what?
But I think
hey,
since there's so much that can go into magic and occult, I think we should do a second one of these.
We will.
We talk about, say, astral projection or tarot cards or
Yes.
astrology.
because I would like
all
to
of those
talk about, is
things go
astral
into
projection
that.
really lucid dreaming to some degree? And I know Brian's got a good story. We actually have a little time if Brian would like to tell his story about astral projection. I've told one-ish.
I'm gonna pee.
A potential-ish one. He'll tell a story while he's peeing.
Right now.
We've had people pee.
Is it warm?
And can you grab me a beer while you're peeing? It's in the fridge. Just pick anyone out of the fridge.
Adam, can I pee in your?
Yeah, definitely.
You have.
You know,
It's like happening.
Brian Tyson pees all the time when he's on the show. The 2 times he's been on.
It's delicious.
Yeah, in the middle of recording.
consuming
So
marijuana.
Brian Collier,
I don't want to get crossfaded.
Crosby. So your story about astral projection.
It's been a really long time.
I shouldn't have left you without
Yeah,
a dope
don't
rhyme
beat
to
this
step
step.
2.
Drop the bass.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm gonna drink my IPA while you.
Or you know what would be great is
What?
if we make like the dubstep song up to the point where the bass drops,
And it never
then
happens.
all it is like we drop a bass on the ground.
Like a bass drum. What is that racket? It's a bass drum falling.
Yeah. You drop the bass.
If a bass drum falls in the
and then I have
studio.
an aneurysm because I've seen basses drop at drum on rehearsal. Like,
Oh man, I'm farting up a storm. I'm feeling better about my overeating today. I'm feeling a lot
We're
lighter.
not.
You know, not these guys. I'm like gassing them out. They've been very polite, not commenting on it.
I just farted back. Mm-hmm. It was a
Fart
fight.
back. It was- yeah.
So I'm gonna give the super condensed version.
Yes. Let's hear this.
Yeah. And it's gonna be really condensed, and then
Like milk.
like milk.
Like
So I had a job interview the day after this thing happened.
Ooh, it was a post-cognitive.
It really happened the day of
A rape?
a rape, and I'll
gets
say,
rapier.
to be honest, if there's such thing as
Who's
like
gonna get it?
mind rape or spirit rape, something very similar to that totally happened. So what So what ended up happening was I was trying to fall asleep for this interview,
Yes.
and I knew that I only had a
During the
short window of opportunity to fall asleep, because my interview
Demons
was
would get you.
was early in the morning. Yes, Charlie, the demons would fucking get me. So exactly. So what ended up happening was, it felt like something spoke to me, not outside of myself, but inside my head.
God damn it! It sounds like other side of the toast.
But it wasn't me, and it basically asked in some weird way, "What do you want to know?" And so,
That's better than what happened to me.
and it said, "What do you want to know?"
He said yes. What?
And what
I
was
got in the windowless van.
it was better than
Yeah.
yours.
So what was really weird was is
Jeremy's
it
balling.
sounded like
Shut up! What were we saying?
Spirits.
it sounded like something was fucking coming up to my window.
Oh,
and
fuck,
it happened
dude.
over and over and over. And so the first time
Like
it
that
happened,
scene in Monty Python when they're running at the thing.
Exactly.
And it keeps running.
it was exactly like that. And so it sounded like footsteps were coming
I don't
up
get
to my-
chills easy, but that
Yeah.
kind of gives me chills.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, is someone
got
really
chills.
fucking trying to break into my house right now and kill me?
Just so everyone
Or your
knows,
story.
I get chills
So-
really easily.
So yeah, so what ended up happening was it happened over and over and over until finally
You paid attention?
I paid attention.
I mean, you were already paying attention, but to where you actually said, all right.
And it's funny you say that, dude, because that's what it was. I was trying to ignore it, and then I focused on it, and there was like almost like muscle
fuck.
spasms, like something was but it literally felt like something was poking me in the same spot on my leg over and over and over.
Not
but
the bum.
I was fucking frozen in terror, pretty much. Exactly. So
I had to clarify for our
So
listeners.
my go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I thought you were
Wait,
clarifying
no, but
something.
he looked at him.
No, I had to clarify that they weren't poking him in the bum.
Oh God!
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hobo
They've come to expect those things on our show.
So literally, I ended up like not verbally, but in my head going, "Look, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, just do it and then leave."
Dude, that sounds like a rape victim. I feel bad. That's
pretty
sad.
much what it was. But what happened was, as soon as that happened, I ended up losing time. I lost so much fucking time because I didn't fall asleep. It was almost like I was literally face down with my hands
Ass
out.
up. That's
With my
Like
ass,
instantly, or
with
did
my
you rise to
fucking
that point?
ass up, exactly. With my hands out like this, but I didn't feel like myself.
Were you making the alien abduction face? Like, ah!
So were you paralyzed?
I was fucking paralyzed.
Like you felt your body being paralyzed, and you were
Yes,
above
and
your body.
It was like something was pushing. It was like something was pushing literally equally at force, like on my entire body. And we were having a conversation. Is what ended up. It's the easiest way I can explain it. Is that I was having a conversation with something that wasn't fucking there, but I couldn't move. And that's when I said, look, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, just do it and then leave. And then that's when it was like, what do you wanna know? But this was hours later because I was facing my clock. And I remember vividly, the clock went boom from like 10:30 to like 3 in the morning. It happened like
So a lot more may have happened that you're repressing.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was asking about, I was like, fuck it. I started asking about everything. And
let me know before I die.
Exactly. And what ended up happening was I ended up floating above my bed with like fan blades whooshing.
As our fan is going right now, because
Yeah.
it's actually getting hot now. We're getting into the hot season.
Like whooshing through me, and there was an entity to my right, which was right by my window. And
You said titty.
Totally. I totally did.
Entities.
And anyway, what I knew was if I looked over, I would know what was happening, and I didn't know what was. I didn't want to know what was actually happening. Was the thing. I just wanted shit to go back to normal, and it had been hours and hours and hours. And the thing kept trying to basically say, I told you everything you wanted to know, and now it's time for you to do your thing, which was it wanted me to look at it, and I wouldn't fucking do it. And the thing that kicked me out of that sleep paralysis was my alarm, which I had set for the job interview. So I ended up going to this fucking job interview all fucked up. My buttons on my shirt were all jacked up when I went in there. I ended up getting the job.
Did you get that? I was just gonna ask that.
It was terrifying, man. It was fucking. But the thing is that I was never the same after that. I wasn't on any drugs. I wasn't kicking anything. It was just this weird fucking thing that happened to me. That it is.
Wasn't this right after I gave you syphilis?
Yeah.
The clap.
Exactly. The clapper.
That's what they used to call me in high school because of the amount of times they gave somebody the tap.
That's my out-of-body experience. That's the only real one that I've ever had where I could actually see myself.
Apart from lucid dreaming.
It was not. Yeah.
So yeah.
I think they're two totally different things, but
I partially do too. I just wanted to bring it up because there is that there are people that theorize that it's just lucid dreaming, and I brought it up because of that. But I mean, there are very wildly different experiences when it comes to those two things. So.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
But let's experiment with that.
I was a completely fucking different person after that happened. I started. It totally changed my life. I wouldn't be sitting here right now talking about stuff.
I was going to ask you if this was a turning point, one of many turning points for you.
It was like in my life, that was as far as I want to know about this and that, and being like intellectually curious about anything that wasn't in my realm at the time. That's one of the things that did it. So
honestly, the UFO Palooza episode for me, UFO Palooza, that's what set me on all. Like, I want to know everything. Not just UFO shit, because I don't even know if that's just government, if it's just in my head, if it is aliens, if it is. But
I want to know.
I want to know everything.
Not like that's like I want to actually know everything.
Me too.
Like, yeah.
Me too.
I don't know what I would do with all that information.
It's really weird.
I already know everything.
He does. Dude, this is the Satan Part 2 episode. Satan, he was here all along.
Satanus in the anus.
Shaitan.
No, I think that's good. I think the lifelong learning and trying to figure stuff out.
Did you have a story would you like to tell? on this episode. Probably another one.
Yeah.
Great.
I have lots of
shape.
out of body experience.
You know what? Let's talk about
Because
that.
I think that when you're so there's scrying with like a scrying board and you're trying to do a demon, but there's also what's called scrying on the Tree of Life, which is a Kabbalah cult thing. And so when you're doing that, you spend a lot of time trying to do astral projection where you're actually
Scrying on the Tree of
focused
Life
on-
sounds like a euphemism for masturbation.
it does might be, but
so does sacrificing
so-
prehumans,
So there's like techniques that you can do to get yourself to get to that out of body experience, and
which
then
I
you can do certain
inadvertently
things.
did, or with
And
the
that's
help
how
of
a lot-
something
that's how a lot
when
of
I was
people-
learning meditation. And
That's
that
how a
was-
lot of people. Yeah, that's how a lot of people fall into.
But now, do you feel like
I
that's
had that experience when I had it was a peyote DMT sandwich.
Yeah.
That's still in the fridge.
Yes.
Only half
The rest of it.
Is that fridge? That's
Now, do you feel it's like?
throw away?
Do you feel it's like twitching your nose, or like flaring your nostrils? What you see people do it, and you're like, "Fuck, how do they do that?"
bad.
But once you've done it, you're like, "Oh, I could do this anytime now."
No,
Harder than that.
I think it has.
That's
to be-
oversimplifying
I think
it.
That's really. I don't know if it's. I'm sure some people can. I don't think I was ever adept at it. But if you read like Aleister Crowley autobiographies and the way that him and specifically a woman named Dion Fortune. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's
Dionne Warwick.
Yes.
Dion Fortune.
Deion Sanders.
So Dion Fortune, I guess, would
Sanders,
be
yeah.
what it is. But anyways, the point of the story is that she and him, a lot of their autobiographies that they have, and I have,
Me and you.
I have both autobiographies on both of them, but they talk a lot about having out-of-body experiences,
Nice.
where like they meet each other up in
see
the
that
astral
video of
world,
me and your
or
man?
where they meet other people in the like it's really in depth. I don't know if people can really get to that
I'll send it
point,
to you.
Yeah.
but if you could get to that,
But there are
point,
people claiming it,
If
definitely.
you could get to that point, that would be the way where you could go maybe years, like riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
But to the ability that I had practiced it, absolutely not. I
You
could
feel
not.
that they could probably achieve what Doctor Strange achieved, where he was actually letting his
Exactly.
body sleep
Right,
and
correct.
studying more.
that would be what it would.
You're like,
be.
how did he get so good so quick? Well, one, he had eidetic memory basically.
Yeah.
So there's one thing. Two, he learned astral projection very quickly,
Yeah.
and started doing it while he was sleeping,
Yeah.
learning shit.
Yeah, so I think that. But the thing
I
though
would love
about
to
the
be able to do
astral,
that.
the thing about the astral projection while you're sleeping though, and reading, then your body. I don't know if your body's
Body's
really
not
getting.
resting.
If you can get in
rest.
a deep enough state of meditation, your body's kind of resting.
Well, I guess-
Well, but then again, they tell you the idea of meditation
Yeah,
is
and I
not to
guess-
sleep.
And I guess the point, I guess also too, then
Defeats
if
the
your
purpose.
body's sleeping,
His
your
consciousness
brain's
isn't.
always working anyway. So I
Yeah.
guess it wouldn't be that. I guess your body could still.
Well, if you lucid dreamed about doing things, here we go again, lucid dreaming, and I feel there is some kind of connection, though. There is something to it, but astral projection most likely is something separate from lucid dreaming.
That can be
But-
incorporated.
But I think it might be.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
Together.
point. Yeah.
Well, we talked about that on our Superhuman Fools episode. Like, if you had one ability, essentially that could become multiple abilities. It could become an
yeah.
umbrella ability once you master that and find other ways to utilize it.
What was it?
Telekinesis and gaining the ability of flight from it.
Flight, superpower,
Right.
or super strengthening. Because you're basically just using your mind, but you can make it look like you're flipping a car, but you're
Yeah.
using your brain. And you're flying around.
Or being able to move things telekinetically that you couldn't
Which-
normally lift your muscles.
With strength, it brings me to a topic that has nothing to do with this, but I just want to know what you guys think about it.
Sure.
Do you think Superman's
Superman's whack.
ability to fly is based off of his strength, or is it based off of an actual ability to fly?
You know, Man of Steel kind of portrayed it in that way.
Right, and that was my thought.
It can't. You
I don't
can't
think it has
fly
anything to do with strength.
based on strength.
But what
It's
happens
like-
when you're up high
What
enough?
is he, like, just clenching his butt cheeks really fast?
No, because
When you leave our atmosphere-
you just push
Like,
yourself.
he hovers.
Right.
Well, when you leave our atmosphere,
Yeah, you need.
Yeah, that's
there
true.
are four
Superman
forces
hovers.
of flight: weight, lift, thrust, and drag.
Yeah.
And when you're just hovering there with no thrust,
But what
there's
if that's still an
magic. It's
extension?
magic.
And
What
he's
if
not
it's a
affecting
what?
anything
But
over
what if
him.
that's an extension of the thrust?
but don't you think he'd be affecting something under him? That'd be a more realistic version of flight. If they are hovering there, then shit needs to be affected underneath them, not just everything's calm and peaceful underneath them being fixed into place.
It's Kate,
and
when
sky.
he's just hovering, it just sort of it just sort of
Yeah.
hangs there. There's nothing.
There's no violence. I mean, holding your body into place above the ground,
You should see his
fighting
feet,
gravity.
like, flapping.
Yeah, fapping
Like-
around in the wind.
Yeah,
fapping.
like my taint.
It's got to be magic, or some unexplained science. Some science hasn't been explained yet. I think it's because the sun.
He has an ability to just solidify certain particles that he can maybe step on.
If he's
and
changing mass, if he's fucking with mass on a molecular level, but do you really think a boy from Kansas, even though he's Kryptonian, a boy from Kansas,
I don't think he's from Kansas.
Kansas?
a boy from Kansas,
carry on my wayward son.
they're more superhuman. They're more believable as superhuman. Kansas, the band, they're pretty
Don't you
badass.
cry no more.
But anyway,
That's just like fuck magic,
Just a thought.
Riff City. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think that's it on this episode. Holy fuck, it's
Guys,
it's
have
late.
yourselves a merry little Christmas.
It's late.
Merry
Holy
Christmas.
crap.
We're always here late. Merry Christmas.
And Easter would already be gone by the time you hear this. So
Hasta la pasta.
happy Easter.
We actually our Superhuman Fools episode came out on April Fool / Easter.
Happy masturbation.
Jesus did not join us on that episode, sadly.
Happy rape.
Happy rape. See, good rapes, not the bad
And
rapes.
just so everybody knows, we're not 100% for rape.
No, we are actually 100% against that kind.
We're like, 2%.
We're about
Unless it's
30%
Less than a
rape.
fraction.
Happening to me. And
No, we think rape is terrible.
Rape is terrible.
terrible.
You know what else is terrible? Your hymen.
Yeah. Is that Jewish?
You know what's terrible?
Jewish sneeze?
Yes.
You know what I find terrible? I find your rape terrible. Rape better.
What else happens by the time they hear this?
Well, this is going to be coming out.
Rape done.
This is coming out. May. Everybody at home is yelling the date. I don't know what date it is. We're doing this weeks ahead of time.
What's May 1st?
No.
Like the 13th?
No, but I'm saying, isn't there
Everybody's laughing at home.
Isn't that
We know the
May
date.
Day? Happy
You don't
May
know the-
Day?
Yeah, May Day is the first of
May Day? Happy May the 4th?
Late May Day. Happy May the 4th be with you. Since we didn't mention any of this on UFO-Palooza.
Right.
May the rape be with you.
Yes. Star Trek fans, you should have luck. I got none for you.
May the 4th be rape you.
Yeah.
May J.J. Abrams stop making Star Trek movies.
Why?
I fucking hate those.
Just let them make Star Wars movies.
What I really hate
And Lost revivals.
the one is the lens flare.
And actually, Justin Lin made.
Why
the
make a
third
fake
one.
lens flare? Why make fake water hitting the fucking fake camera? I don't get it.
It was genius the way he
Raped you?
the way he raped me. The way he raped the
way you raped me,
by having Spock, by having Vulcan destroyed and all that shit. Because now they can do whatever
Whatever they
fuck
want.
they want.
Yep.
And yeah, when I saw that, I saw it in
With the
theaters.
original cast.
Yeah, I saw it in
Recasted.
theaters, and I was like, "This is the smartest fucking thing they could have done." Because what they did was
They did that with X-Men, just not as good.
exactly. They created an entire new cast that they can do anything they want with, and Star Trek fans can't be like, "In episode 133."
So
This is not
Okay, so
canon.
hold on.
Rape.
Where are the guys
okay,
doing triples?
so this is my other reason why I hate J.J. Abrams. Okay.
Bad robot?
So
Yeah,
back in
bad robot.
2005, there was a group of people that made a Star Trek movie called Of Gods and Men.
With like no budget. They just did it as a fan film, right?
It was a fan
Yeah.
film. It had Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He was one of the main characters, and it almost.
But did it
has-
have Will Wheaton?
I don't think they. They might have.
They should have.
But it was almost the exact same premise as J.J. Abrams.
Bitch.
And my best friend Luke McRoberts,
Wow.
his dad was the one that made that movie.
Wow.
And so Luke was in it, and you remember Luke,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
So Luke was in it. Paramount wouldn't let them release it, so
Because,
they had
yeah.
to build a second movie called Inalienable Rights, and then they gave their Star Trek movie away free with it for a period of time, so you'd had to buy that movie to get the Star Trek movie. And then I thought that they were going to sue Paramount because it's almost the exact same plot. I mean, it's obviously more theatrical than J.J. Abrams' version, but I have a copy of it. I've never seen it.
And then J.J.
How
Abrams.
terrible I am as
And
a
then
friend.
and then J.J.
I have
Abrams.
it in my house.
And then he went on to making a New Hope Part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Almost exactly the same.
I liked
movie.
it though. I'm guilty.
I liked it too.
I fucking liked it.
I bought it. I watched it. I liked Rogue One better.
Give me more. Give me more.
Rogue One was so much better.
I love
Rogue One was
Dude.
so realistic.
Yeah.
Because everybody dies.
Make
That's
all
what's gonna happen.
make George Lucas's prequel trilogy go away and just have Rogue One.
Yeah.
I can watch it that way. That could be my canon.
So
Rogue One.
badass, that movie.
So are any of you
When Vader
excited
came
about
out, I
the
was like,
Solo movie?
oh my god.
No.
No.
I'm gonna watch
I
it.
like Donald.
Yeah.
I like him, but I don't like him as Lando Calrissian.
I think he looks exactly the same, only younger.
Yeah.
Han Solo.
No, not that he doesn't look like him.
You know
I just
who?
don't like
you know who they
him
casted
as-
really well is Chewbacca.
Oh, I know, right?
Fucking
I don't know,
perfect.
it looks good, but here's my thing.
I'll
you
watch
have, like Brian said,
Put your thing back in your pants and give us your story.
what story?
Or what's in your pants?
So Brian said with the Star Trek thing that they made this ability to do anything that you want. Star Wars has the ability to do that, but they're just literally taking.
But the fans are hating that.
They're not
It's gotta be
making-
the Skywalker.
They're
No,
not
it doesn't.
making anything new.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen The Last Jedi. I'm waiting for it on Tuesday to come out in 4K.
It's
Well,
let's
I only
do
watch
with better graphics.
I only watch movies on.
It already
4K
came out by the
now
time you
for
hear
some
this at
reason.
home, which will be
Tuesday,
May.
the
I'm just gonna blurt it out May 13th. Oh, that's it. It's May
Oh,
13th when this episode comes
yeah,
out.
Okay.
Like I hate
I was
the
gonna say August
episode
something.
movies, but here's one thing that I'll give those is that even in the 90s, the lightsaber fights are still better than the new Star
That's
Wars
what's
movie.
so weird about.
Yeah.
How is
Yep.
that
Yeah.
possible?
They tried harder because
have
they
you
had
guys seen the
shit
Bruce
to work
Lee,
with.
Saber chuck.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my! Have you seen it? Oh my gosh! You guys gotta see that. They
I
do
gotta
a
watch
scene
it.
from Fist of Fury.
We'll just end
where
this
he's doing-
episode now that
where
the
he's-
fans are
Oh,
like.
anyway, sorry. We're just ranting.
But
on.
we're gonna watch this. We're
Yeah,
gonna
you
watch
should
this.
watch. But anyways, yeah. So
We love you guys. Yeah, aliens.
Plugs, and more plugs.
You know all the plugs. Spark plugs.
All the learning to curse shit. You guys
Ear
know.
plugs.
Check out the
Butt
Final
plugs.
Boys because those guys are cool. Check out Color Me Dead podcast. Those chicks are cool.
They're nice.
And
They like our stuff
get
sometimes.
into some
On Instagram us.
What is it? Age of Radio bullshit.
Bullshit. And H. Jeremy.
Yeah.
And any future podcasts that we end up coming out with on the side of this.
And if you feel so
if you-
inclined, reach out and touch Brian's penis.
And if you have a podcast, reach out to Adam or Chuck
Yes.
Yeah.
and let them know, and then you can join our network.
And we can
we'll
cross
have the
over,
cards
too.
for it,
At
And we can cross over.
gmail.com. You can email us any time of the day.
Or
We'll check it the
ageofradio.org.
next day.
Yes. And let us know if you like this topic and if you want a sequel. And no matter what, you're going to end up getting a sequel because we're going to have a sequel done before this one even comes out. So
Yeah.
we'll be back next week with the regulars.
Yeah.
Rape.
Merry Christmas.